It's game time. Carthage Tiger Football on KDMO and the Carthage Tiger Sports Network. Brought to you by Colors by Sean, Mother Road Coffee, Wilkinson Pharmacy, Jeff Hodkin American Family Insurance, The Bob Brown Agency, Tom Garrison Construction, Grace Lanes, Probert Auto Body, eCarthage.com, Jerry Poston State Farm Agent, McDonald's of Carthage, Schmidt Associates, Farm Bureaus Lauren DeBeauty and Adam Bridges, Nell Mortuary, Joe Ryder of Edward Jones, D&D Sexton Incorporated, Community National Bank and Trust, Sirloin Stockade, Beimdick Insurance, Carthage Ford, Carthage Chrysler, Fair Acres YMCA, Pearson Kelly Office Products, Morrison Webster and Carlton, Reeves Tire and Auto, Drew Evans Investment, Tony Williams State Farm, Peachtree Dental, Boomer's Barbecue, Freeman Health System, Clothesline Cleaner and Car Center of Carthage, Kelly Out Farmers Insurance, Zyder Tech Services, Ott Food Products, Seatown Hounds, Turf Tamers Lawn and Landscaping, 24 Fitness, Ross Kennard Wealth Management Group of Wells Fargo Advisors, and Levi Utter with eXp Realty. And now, Carthage Tiger Football with Jim Taylor and Chris Jackson.
Good evening, everyone, from Tiger Stadium in Carthage, our second week in Tiger Stadium. The only trouble is the other is like 80 miles to the east, but we're back home here in Carthage as the Junction Bulldogs are about to take the field. We're going to have to watch the Carthage Tigers come on the field, and we're just about 10 minutes away from the start of the first home game of the year. Carthage comes in 1-0 with an impressive 49-14 win over Ozark. Last week, Junction won by a score of 39-19 at home against Willard. I'm Jim Taylor. Chris Jackson's with you, and we'll hear from Coach here in just a minute. He was rather pleased with a first game. Sometimes those first games will pull your hair out.
Well, only 3 penalties in the game. That's a big thing to draw off of in the first weekend. Of course, you don't know whether to say 1A, 1B. Yep. Either way, a very good performance not only by Luke Gall, but a great performance by Caden Cabance, who made his starting debut last week and didn't have to throw too many. I believe he was 8 for 11. I know we'll get inside the numbers here in just a little bit, but he didn't have to throw too many passes, but the passes he did throw were accurate, and then he was able to do it. Both he and Gall were able to do it with their legs, and a couple of long drives. It was just a good all-around night for both Carthage, both offensively and defensively, and then, of course, running and passing.
And let's hear what Coach Gowdy had to say about last week and tonight's game. We'll hear from him. We'll be back here at the stadium here in about 5 minutes. To the home opener tonight against the Junction Bulldogs, 49-14, the final last week. Coach, for a first game, things looked rather crisp, I thought.
Yeah, I thought we were pretty efficient offensively. We went on a couple one-play drives. I guess that's about as efficient as you can be. Caden Cabance had a nice run there, and then Luke Gall started the second half with a nice run. But offensive line, I thought, was fantastic. We really worked those guys hard for 2 weeks trying to prepare for Ozark and their fronts that they were giving us, and they did a great job. Our timing was good. I guess if we had to complain, we had 3 offensive penalties. I think 2 of them on one drive. But other than that, I thought the kids played really well, executed really well, and it was a good night for them.
3 penalties in the first game, that's usually pretty good. There's reviewed a couple of games that was the problem on both sides.
Yeah, certainly a focus going into week 1. You just don't know about tempo and speed and how the Springfield crews call games over there. It's always a little bit different, but I thought the kids handled themselves really well.
And Caden Cabance, a nice debut for him.
He did fantastic. He really did. He made good decisions in the passing game. He was 8 for 11, I believe. Of course, we knew he was an athlete and could run and ran the offense very effectively. Really happy for him. He's a great kid. He works hard. He wants to be a leader, and certainly some expectations on his shoulders coming into the season.
You talked about the offense being really good and impressive, but the irony of that is all that we were talking about after the game, our play of the game was the second play from scrimmage.
Yeah, they run a flex bone offense, which forces you to be disciplined in your run fits. And that particular play, we had De Leon came down hard on the dive back. quarterback pulled it. Luke Goff fit perfectly on the cue, knocked the ball out, and then Max was right there to pick that up. And what a great scoop and score he had. A lot of kids just would have fallen on that and be done with it, but he had the wherewithal to pick that thing up and run it in. And it looked like Luke almost forced 2 fumbles on the same play because it looked like he was trying to strip it out of Max's hands to take that into the end zone. But what a great job by those kids. Very happy for Max as well.
Yeah, we thought it was a mutual carry there for the first few yards.
Yeah, Luke probably thought he was a little faster than Max and give it to him and let him take it. But with a convoy there, Mike had a nice block afterwards as well.
And the defense did pretty good. They gave up 2 big plays on successive drives, but they came right back 4 plays and shut them down.
Yeah, you're right, and that's something maybe you haven't seen from us in the past is some of that pursuit from our kids. Luke Gall ran down one of them, and Cale Patrick ran down another, and that's impressive in its own right. But then to be able to bow up a little bit and get those stops after each of those was pretty impressive.
And then you came out in the second half, and of course the one run got you going, and scored again. By that time, it was 49-0.
Yeah, we wanted to come out with our ones, just one possession, get Luke a couple more carries. We told him that it didn't matter if it was a 2-minute drive or an 8-minute drive. Our ones were going to get one possession. Of course, it was probably an 8-second drive there because Luke scored on that first play. But then we have to get our backups in, and those guys I thought did very well. Ozark never did sub, so we were going against their number ones, and you know how that is sometimes.
Yeah.
But I thought our backups did a really nice job. Got a couple positive gains there offensively. Cooper had some nice runs, and we turned the ball over with those guys at the end. But I'm very happy for those kids.
Tonight, Carl Junction, they looked pretty good, I guess, scoreboard-wise against Willard.
They really did. They did some nice things. I thought their kids played hard. They probably heard what everybody has been talking about. They lost a lot of good players, and they were going to have a down year and all this. And sometimes that forces those kids to refocus and go out with something to prove. And that's what it looked like on Friday versus Willard. I thought they played hard. I thought they did some good things offensively, kept Willard guessing, and they live off the big play. They're gonna test you vertically and stretch you horizontally, and they've got a lot of athletes, and their quarterback I think is a really good quarterback, very elusive, extends plays, throws the ball well. Defensively I thought they flew around and fit very well versus what Willard was giving them. And overall, I thought they had a really nice game.
And we'll go inside the numbers. They're brought to you by Jeff Hodkin American Family. And you were right, 8 of 11 for Cabance and 85 yards passing, but very efficient. That's not much completion, only 7.7 per catch, but still 8 out of 11 and no mistakes.
That's true, and just great decision making. I think the coach said that during the interview, but really good decision making by Caden Cabance. And when you're able to do a lot of things with your legs, the only thing you can do is keep them off balance is by throwing that pass, and they were able to do that pretty effectively when they needed to.
And Braxton Tate had 5 receptions for 56. Brett Rockers 2 for 13, and 1 of 16 for Cale Patrick. And they don't keep this particular stat, but it'd be nice if we wrote down those catches were on like third downs. I know that one of them by Rockers kept a drive going, and Braxton Tate had a couple of possession catches.
That's true. They were able to keep those drives going. You're absolutely right. And Carthage was able to not only move the ball effectively and have sustained drives, but of course a couple of long runs sure did help as well.
And Luke Gall had 141 on 10 carries, 139 by Caden Cabance on 14 carries. On the defensive side, we'll look at the tackles, and Luke Gall had 6 solos, 7 total. Lansford and Browning were right there. Davion King had 4 solos and 3 for Rockers. And the nice thing about it, there was a +2 in the turnover ratio, I guess. Yeah. So last week, that's what Carthage was chasing all year long, was they were negative in the turnover ratio. You need to keep building on that.
And, of course, the big thing that I've noticed as far as defense goes, Luke Gall and Tyler Willis had 2 tackles for loss each. And so that was good that they were able to get past that line and just get to the quarterback or get to the running back and stop a running play and cause a loss.
I think they just tossed the coin, but now they're still discussing. I think Carthage has won. They're pointing the wrong way. It looks like Carl Junction has won. Maybe.
No indication as of yet.
We know one team or the other. Carl Junction will receive. So that's always good. Our Inside the Numbers brought to you by Jeff Hodgkin, American Family Insurance. Hear from him and come back. This is Tiger Football on KDMO.
Hey Tiger fans, this is Jeff Hodgkin at American Family Insurance, 800 South Garrison Avenue here in Carthage. Stop by my office or call 359-3399 to see how we can help you with your insurance needs. Wishing all students and faculty a safe and healthy year. Go Tigers!
Carthage apparently did win the toss, and they have deferred, but there was no signal out there, so he must be related to National League umpire Doug Harvey, the referee tonight, so he never used any kind of gestures on the field. So we need to point our way back to the studios and let you know our kickoff is sponsored by Community National Bank, and we'll be back here right after that for the kickoff. This is Tiger Football on KDMO.
Community National Bank and Trust is a proud sponsor of this Carthage Tiger Football opening kickoff. Loyalty, hard work, and dedication are key elements of any successful team. And Community National Bank and Trust appreciates everyone's efforts in making the Carthage Tigers a success this year. As a valued member of the Carthage community, Community National Bank and Trust is there to be a reliable teammate for you and your family. The local bank that is small enough to know you, yet big enough to serve you. Community National Bank and Trust, member FDIC.
Mejia puts it on the tee. Carl Junction to receive. They will go from left to right. Let's see if they do the little cross up here like they did last week at Ozark on the kickoffs. And Mejia will kick. It's high, short down the middle. It is taken by Stewart. He goes down the near sideline. Nice return across the 40, and they'll knock him out of bounds at the 43. So Carl gets a nice starting point at the 43. Ozark actually had better starting position last week, but the defense kept knocking them back and ended up giving up those 2 second-half touchdowns after the game was 49-0.
Well, the big thing I remembered hearing from the coach is the fact that even though Carthage subbed, Ozark did not. Mm-hmm. So Carthage got good experience playing against Ozark's A-team, if you want to call them that. Even the second and third strings got some good reps against the first string.
Kyler Perry is the quarterback, and he will hand off and going to be knocked down for a loss. His Chance Bedford all the way back to the 35. Shane Diskin and Braxton Dodds, along with Jordan Woodruff and Dalton Mills, they are the receivers. It's Darius Hill, Josh McDermott, along with Ross Craig, Mike Phipps, and Cameron Bennett on the front line for Carl. We'll give you the Carthage defense here in just a moment. So a nice loss to start things. Be second down, about 16. Back to throw. Perry, he'll step up, want to scramble, being hit and dropped. Further loss. Tripped up initially, and then taken down by Williams on the cover-up. Didn't see who got the hand in there that tripped him and made him go forward into Max Williams. And Williams anchors the front line at defensive end. The other end is Tyler Willis, Micah Lindsay, and Anthony DeLeon, the tackles. Linebackers Silas Browning, Luke Gall, Zach Lansford. Safeties are Clay Kinder and Davion King. Cale Patrick and Aiden Rogers, they are the corners. So Carl Junction went backwards on 2 plays, and it's third down. And Perry to throw, a little cross pattern to Mills. Gets a block 40, and he's back only +1 from the original line of scrimmage. He's down to the 44. So it looks like a 3 and out. There's Luke Gall once again on the tackle. Micah Lindsay also there. So it will be fourth down.
Gotta like to see that from the Carthage defense. A 3 and out on the first possession of the game for Carl.
Be King standing back at the 25. It's fourth down and 9. And they move it forward, and they line drive it, kind of knuckles. King's going to let it roll. It's going to get a nice bounce inside the 10, and Carl Junction will down it at the 8. So they kicked away from King, and he did the wise thing once it hit the ground. Stay away from it. Take it where it lands and hope your offense can put something together. And they're going to have to get out of the shadows here, starting at the 8-yard line.
He definitely didn't want to touch it because the way that thing was moving and wobbling, you never know what it was going to do. So good to let it go. And if there's one thing we know, at least one person on the Carthage Tiger offense can run at 92 yards.
That happened last week. You know, the linesman fumbled the ball, which they take off following the kick. So we got to let him get reset. We're on the far hash at the 8-yard line. And jumping, and who's guilty here? Carl Junction jumped, but see if it was induced. The linesman across the way made the call. And thank you very much. Oh, wait a minute. Well, once again, we get the wrong signal. He signaled offside Carthage, and it was offside Carl Junction. So you take the free 5 right here in this position. You move up to the 13. Must be his first game.
Well, it's also his first game with a mic, I think.
So from the 13, it's a 1st and 5. Gall will get the call, turn up the far side, down the field he goes for a first down. He's ridden out of bounds at the 22.
You would think, Jim, with as much space as we have on this football field, that there wouldn't be any kind of feedback from a microphone on a ref, but somehow it always seems to happen. Either way, nice run, Gall, first down.
So first down and 10 at the 22. No score. Carthage just put the defense into the game, and Carl Junction went 3 and out. Cabance with the snap. He'll keep it himself, and he finds some trouble, but he'll move for positive yards. Only about 2 east of the 24. Cabance is the quarterback. Gall and Rockers the running backs. Wide receivers are Braxton Tate, Cale Patrick. Tight end is Tyler Willis. We have Lillienkamp, Mushy, Hausch, and Strickland, along with Van Gilder on the front line.
That just sounds like a running back duo, doesn't it? Gall and Rockers.
Second down and 8 yards to go. It was productive last week. Man comes in motion. They fake it. And then Gall's in trouble, and he's going to be hit behind the line and dropped for a loss to the 20.
I think he kind of lost his footing. At least that's what it looked like. I don't know if it's not necessarily a trick play, but just lost his footing and couldn't get it back. So it'll be, 3rd down and 12 now. That's
right. Josh Corey for Carl Junction, Darius Hill, Mike Phipps the front line. Linebackers are Braxton Dodds, Johnny Starks, Bentley Rowden, and Carter Kennedy. Corners are Kyler Stewart and Aiden Bird, Chance Benford, and Arlen Wakefield. They are the safeties. So it's 3rd down and 12. So tough sledding here for Carthage. It's a quarterback draw. And looking for some running room and not getting much, he comes to the 27. He's going to be short of the first down by 5 yards. That's Cabance. On the stop was Corey. So it'll be 4th down. Looks like Carthage will have to punt.
I don't know if you heard that or not, Jim, but 5 minutes into the first home game for Carthage, so already hearing, go for it, go for it.
And they line up like they're going for it. Of course, last year they used a quick kick, and that's what they do here, but it's very high and very short. Hopefully it gets a good bounce, and it does. It crosses midfield. It's going to land and roll sideways at the 46, so they got something out of that punt. So both teams go 3 and out, and Carl picks up at the 46-yard line. Last week he had that second play from scrimmage, turned the field big time, turned into a touchdown, and right now you're going to have to try to get that field flipped because second time in a row Carthage is going to have to defend from inside the 50-yard line of Carl Junction. Two receivers near, one to the top. A high snap. Here's the ball popping loose, and the quarterback got back on it. It's a loss to the 40. He was going to fake a throw to the sideline, and then he lost the grip. It looks like Williams came through and got him. So another loss for Carl Junction. They've had 1+ play in 4 right now. I almost had my turnover.
You did. Carthage defense doing a great job at getting through that line. You know, Carl Junction will work on fixing those holes.
2nd down and 15 from their own 41 for Carl. No score. And what do we have here? I think timeout Carl Junction. So we'll take a break. Come back here in 1 minute. No score. 6:32 left to go first quarter. This is Tiger Football on KDMO.
Fair Acres Family-wide cheers on the Carthage Tigers. The coaches, players, and their families all deserve a hearty congratulations and a sincere thank you for their sacrifice and hard work. As Fair Acres Family-wide works to build strong kids, strong families, and strong communities, they know that good sportsmanship goes a long way in developing one's character. Fair Acres Family-wide is proud to be part of Carthage and a proud sponsor of Carthage Tiger broadcasts. Go Tigers!
Odds Food Products is proud of our student athletes and supports this broadcast of the Carthage Tigers. It takes everyone working together to make a great team, and that applies to Odds Food Products as well. You've known Odds' stellar reputation for over 70 years and appreciate the consistent quality of their salad dressings and barbecue sauces. Check out their products at your local grocery store. It's all good at Odds. Odds is glad to be a part of the Carthage community. Go Tigers, go Big Blue.
Well, the defense for Carthage has forced Carl to go backwards on 3 of the 4 plays thus far. They went 3 and out the first possession. They went to a loss here on 1st down, then had to call a timeout. Never liked those early timeouts. Here's a roll, a pass play out to the far side. It's complete. That's off to Dodds, and he breaks a tackle across midfield. He's going to be about a yard shy of the 1st down. He's tackled at the Carthage 45. That was wide open over there.
It was, and it looked like he had some kind of bacon grease on his uniform. He was able to elude that defender to go close to that 1st down marker. I'm assuming bacon grease is illegal, but still, that's what he looked like he had. Slippery.
So that Carl Junction looking to the sideline, getting the play signaled in. So 3rd down and a full yard to go for a 1st down. Handoff, gets the 1st down, and to the 43-yard line. It was Benford on the carry. Looked like Kinder came in on the backside of the play. But it is a 1st down. It's at the Carthage 42, no score. 5:35 left to go in the 1st. Back to throw, swing it out, far side caught. That's over there by Diskin. He gets a gain to the 35, so picks up 6 on that one. So Carl, a couple of pass plays. They're pretty much a pass-oriented offense with their formations here. 2nd down. Now Perry will pitch far side. Benford, he's going to be hit and dropped maybe a yard, and they'll mark him at the 33, so it'll be a 3rd down, about a yard and a half. The linesman over here backs it up a yard, so they're going to have it a full 2 yards at the 34.
Benford using his tools to get a couple of yards on that play.
So 3rd down and short.
You know what he needs, though? More
power. Perry takes the snap, wants to swing, throw, hit as he throws. Pass is complete anyway. It's a 1st down to the 30. Taken in by Dalton Mills, and he came cutting back to about where the middle linebackers would normally be. The hit came just a tad too late. And it's a 1st down pickup to the 29. And Carl going without a huddle. Perry will get it, wants to throw, in a crowd. Now turns out to the right side, tries to still go, and he's sacked back at the 34 by Luke Gall. Well, there's the case. The older you get, the more you'll know. Throw it away and come back another day, or at least another down.
Great pursuit by Gall, though, to get that sack.
So the clock moves at 4:30 left to go by the time they get to the line, and there they are. Second down and 15. Perry again to throw. He'll step up this time and again hit as he throws, and that might have hit the official. Well, it didn't. It's incomplete.
Well,
did that actually hit the receiver?
I think it hit the official. I believe you're right. If the official had numbers, it would have hit him right there. So it was a nice pass, just to the wrong guy.
1995, James Hasty. The umpire shielded Tim Brown from making a catch. He picks it off and runs it back for a touchdown. Can't believe that's been 26 years ago.
Oh, boy.
My goodness.
Pardon us while we feel old for a second.
Third down and 15. Perry back. He's going to want to throw. Now he's going to have to run with it, and they're going to knock him down back at the 38-yard line. He was almost escaping. I'm trying to catch the number here who knocked him down. I'm sure it's Luke. There's a 1 and a 4. So fourth down all the way back to the 38-yard line for Carl Junction. So they're going to show punt. They need the 19 for a first down.
4 Carthage defenders really had a chance to get him, but the Gall was the one who finally got it done.
Drew Massey is the punter. King back at the 10. And the kick is away. Another line driver. Let's go out of bounds. They should get some credit on this. As the ball sailed out of bounds. Let's see where they mark it back. They say it went out of bounds maybe at the 11. And that's where they'll start.
So 2 Carthage possessions, both starting within their 15-yard line.
So Carthage did get a first down on their initial drive, but then ended up having to punt 3 plays later. So Carl's had it for 2 possessions, starting at the 43 and the 46. Have had to punt both times. We have a water break right now, so let's go ahead and go only 30 since I didn't see that right off. We'll take a 30-second pause. No score, 3:30 left to go first quarter. Tiger football, KDMO.
Dick Insurance is a proud supporter of the Carthage Tigers. Successful teams select great members, develop a solid game plan, and purchase the best equipment for the game. Dick Insurance applies this same philosophy when developing an insurance program to insure your Carthage Tiger family or business. When looking for insurance, the right agent for your team is Dick Insurance. Give Dick a call at 417-358-4007. Go Big Blue!
Job doing the Seneca softball game, and we got another one coming up next Tuesday.
Yes, we do. It's crazy that the Carl Junction Bulldogs have come to town. Now, Tuesday, the lady softball team headed to Carl Junction. 4:30 is the first pitch.
Cabance wants to throw, and he's in a mess, and he'll be dropped at the 6. The receiver wouldn't get open, and Carl Junction gets him there for a sack. It was Braxton Dodds coming through and knocking him down. So that'll be a loss back to the 6. So both defenses right now are ruling things.
It's looking like the defensive coordinators used to play for either the Tampa Bay Buccaneers or the Chicago Bears so far. What a defensive stand for both teams with 3 minutes to go in this first quarter.
And the bad thing is, the dangerous thing is Carthage have been backed up on both of their possessions. Patrick comes in motion, and he'll take the sweep. Needs a block. If he can turn the corner, he does. Down the right sideline, 20, 30. First down and more there. Ridden out of bounds around the Carl Junction sideline at the 31.
Nice run by Patrick. Love that sweep, and he was able to take it to I wouldn't necessarily say take it to another gear, but he was able to get the feet moving and get to that first down and much more.
Didn't see the number out there, but it had to be Tate or Willis that got that block to spring him. As I said, he needs that block, and once he got that, he was down the sideline. So first down at their own 31 for Carthage. No score coming down to the last 2 minutes of the first quarter. Give it off to Gall, gets a nice block, turns up the left side, 35, and down to the 37.
Well, why'd you guard him? Because he was a Wakefield.
We need to get an Andy Griffith sponsor. So
we really do. Anybody named Floyd want to sponsor our Andy Griffith reference?
Second down and 4. 6 yards on that carry by Gall.
We do want to say thank you to Jeremy Jadwin of Jadwin Insurance Services, 1531 West 32nd Street, Suite 211 in Joplin. First quarter video streaming sponsorship on air and online. And a whistle.
And Carthage wants a timeout, so we'll take a break. 1:36 remaining. Nothing is the score in the first quarter. Back in 1 minute, Tiger football, KDMO.
The owners, staff, and management at Sirloin Stockade wish the Carthage Tigers a successful year, not only in athletics but also in the classroom. Sirloin Stockade knows that hard work and diligent effort are keys to achieving goals, and they look forward to those young students embracing the challenges of tomorrow. Sirloin Stockade is proud to be part of the Carthage Tiger broadcast, and they remind you to stop by before the game or during the weekend for a delicious meal that's just as good as home cooked. Sirloin Stockade, 1027 West Central in Carthage.
In athletics, keeping score is required to separate winning from losing. In business, accounting is the art of keeping score of financial matters. The team at the certified public accounting firm of Schmidt Associates wants to be your financial score-keeping specialist. If your current method of keeping score doesn't measure up, call Schmidt Associates at 358-6090 to determine if professional accounting will benefit your business. Properly designed accounting and payroll services are an investment that will keep your business in the winner's circle. Schmidt Associates, more than checks and balances.
To throw. He's got a man out there, and it's going to be caught inside the 30 of Carl down to the 25.
I think they just ruled it incomplete. I don't know if he had complete possession or not, Jim.
Intended out there for Willis. Must have come down with it and dropped it.
Yeah, the referee's pointing back to the original line of scrimmage, so.
So it'll be third down. They need the 41 in their own territory for the first down. Receiver out to the left side. And Cabance will give to Gall. He'll sweep left side. Got a first down the sideline, 40. Fakes out a man at midfield and gets additional yardage down to the 44-yard line of Carl Junction. So you get the first down. I believe it was Bird over there on the stop.
Nice play call after the drop pass. Got good yardage enough for the first down.
And Gall had quite a little bit of an escort there for that first down pickup. Come out with a different formation now. He'll get the carry again. He'll go up the middle. He'll backspin his way to the 40. So you get 4 out of the play. It'll be second down coming up and 6 yards to go.
One thing about these Carthage running backs, they know how to run front ways and they know how to run back ways and sideways. They just know how to gain positive yards.
The best I ever saw at it was Phoenix Johnson over in Webb. He could just run backwards and he would do a 360 and he'd do impossible to tackle. Second down and 6. Fake and they give to Gall again. He's got a hole. That's a first down across the 35 and down to the 32. Benford on the stop, but it's enough for a first down.
$30 left in this first quarter, Jim. One more play.
Yep. And maybe we'll get a better view because we'll be at the south end zone. First down and 10. Man comes in motion. Cabance will keep it, and he'll move to the 30, and he's dogpiled at the 28-yard line, maybe the 27. Nope, 28. Leading the way there was Roden. And that ends the first quarter. No score after one. Carl will go back on defense, try to defend Carthage on a second down and about 5 when we come back. This is Tiger Football on KDMO, back in 1 minute.
24 Elite Gym is rooting for the Carthage Tigers. At 24 Elite Gym, you get 24-hour access to cardio, strength training equipment, free weights, and unlimited tanning, all for only $24 a month. Memberships at 24 also include access to all 4 of their locations at no additional charge. On Elk Street in Carthage, 32nd and Main in Joplin, by the mall on North Park Lane in Joplin, and on Madison in Webb City, just north of Walmart. No matter where you live or work, 24 has you covered. 24-hour access, $24 a month, 4 convenient locations. Sign up is easy. Get started on your fitness journey today. Go Tigers.
Seatown Hounds is cheering on our Carthage Tigers. Seatown Hounds Grooming and Daycare is located at 1308 Oak Street at the four-way stop. Do you need someone to care for your dog during the day? Does your dog need some playtime? Or is your pup looking a little too hairy, poopy, shaggy, or scruffy? Heather and Connie at Seatown Hounds are here for you. Doggy daycare and grooming open 7 to 5 Monday through Friday. Seatown Hounds is a proud supporter of Carthage Tiger Athletics. Go Big Blue.
Tiger Stadium, and we will have a second down and 6 yards to go for Carthage. No score now, going left to right. We have a whistle. Well, it may not be 2nd and 6. We have a false start on Carthage, so it'll be 2nd and 11.
If I remember correctly, that is the first penalty against Carthage in this game so far.
Yep. Now, I have to refocus here. 2nd down and 11. You had a 2nd and 6. Get something positive here and make it 3rd and less than 5 anyway. Stack the receivers up to the left side. Cabance wants to throw. Now he's going to run it. He's got an opening to the 30, moves to the 25, and he gets almost all of it for a first down, but he'll be about 2.5 yards shy of the first down. So following the penalty, that's a pretty good play. Sets up a 3rd down in less than 3. Be the 10th play coming up. And more than likely, it's 2-play territory.
The second play, the second down there, that play just took a lot of pressure off of the offense to have to get everything done in 1 or 2 plays. Who knows what they're going to pull out of their hat on this drive and this play.
Single receiver way out to the right side. Cabance will keep. He'll have to weave his way, and it's going to be close. From where the linesman on the front side is standing, it would be a first down. Still no indication. Referee comes over to where the linesman is. They have not moved the football. They're going to call for a measurement or what here?
Right now, the referee's just doing jumping jacks, at least arm jumping jacks.
We have 3 officials gathered up around where the football is. They have yet to move it to the hash. Now they're going to bring the sticks out. And it's going to be, should be the nose of the football from where I'm sitting. And they say no. But it's basically just a snap and a move forward. Will get you the first down.
If you can measure how close you are to a first down with 2 fingers, you know you're really close.
It's the old credit card from a few years ago when Oakland needed a first down to keep the game alive. So it's going to be 4th down and a fly, basically, on the football to get a first down. Let's see what Carthage can do here, if they're going to go back from their normal or come up to the line. They need to just push it across the 22. Cabance has it. He'll keep it, and he's going to be stuffed. He won't make it. He was stood up. It's going to be a loss back to the 24. So 11 plays, and they stall out. So the game stays scoreless at 11:01 to go here in the first half. Give Carl credit. They just sealed up that middle, and there was nothing to do.
Nowhere to go except backwards.
So now the defense back to the task here, starting for Carl with a 24. This is the worst of the 3 times they've had the football. Now we have a whistle and a late participant. It's going to force Carl to call another timeout.
So that means 1 timeout left in this first half.
And Coach Buckmaster was not happy. So anyway, we'll take a 30-second pause and come back. No score, 11:01 to go first half. This is Tiger Football on KDMO.
Tom Garrison Construction knows what it takes to build a winning team. Hard work, commitment, knowledge, and accountability. Garrison Construction is a proud sponsor of Carthage Tiger Sports and congratulates all of the student athletes on their hard work and dedication. Garrison Construction excels at remodels, metal buildings, roofing, and custom homes. Garrison Construction, serving Carthage and the surrounding area since 2006. Garrison Construction says, "Go Tigers."
That second time out, and had they not, they would have been called for offside because the rest of the team was ready to go. And the receiver was about 4 or 5 yards on the other side, so they saved the penalty. Here's a swing pass. That's a lateral, but it goes out of bounds. So it'll be second down.
A lateral, and the wide receiver needed a ladder to go up and get that one.
Intended out there for Aiden Bird. He could have used some wings on that one.
He could have.
So 2nd and 10. Two receivers each side and a single running back. Perry will drop back and look. Throw it across, catch made, and then immediately dropped. Is Diskin. I believe it was Davion King got him that time. It's going to be a loss back to the 23. So 3rd down, they need the 34 for a first down. No score. 10.5 and counting here in the first half. Perry will do a double flip and then maybe a pass, which is going to be aborted by Luke Gall.
Can we just say the defense wasn't fooled by that trick play? Holy cow, what a loss. What a stand by Carthage defense.
Yeah, it was a handoff and then a pitch back to Nathan Planchon. And then Luke Gall was right there when he tried to roll to his right. Looked like he was wanting to throw. So, talked about flipping the field. Carthage starting point should be a good one here on the clean exchange. Here's a kick for King, and man, that soars over his head. Lands at the 25, so much for that. It's going to roll back a yard to the 26, so it's not the best start, but that was a nice kick by Massey. Didn't have much height on it, but boy, it got the results.
Line drive, nice bounce, and holy cow.
So Carthage had 11 plays and then ended up turning it over on downs. Carl has had 3 possessions. They've all resulted in punts. They did get the ball across midfield, but then went backwards on their second possession. So first down at the 26. Here goes Gall trying to turn, and he's at the 25. He may have lost a yard there. He gets back to the line of scrimmage, so second down. No gain on the play. Josh Corey was there.
It doesn't seem like either offense is able to get away from the defensive line of the opposing team.
So 2nd and 10 from the same spot, obviously. No score, 9 minutes left to go here in the first half. Put 2 receivers to the near side. And Cabance will give it off to Gall. He'll try to turn. Penalty flag down. It'll come back, and then there's a late hit out of bounds. And they do throw a flag. But we'll probably have offsetting penalties. Because more than likely that flag back at the 24 will be a holding. And then you had the late hit thrown. Depending on how they interpret that, could be a post possession, but still it should just be an offset and a 2nd down. The interesting thing is I believe it was the field judge who was further away from the play actually threw the flag, and the flag ended up over by the little cabinet here where all the medical stuff is.
Got good hang time on that flag, per se?
Now they're looking for it. It's like,
excuse me, have you seen my flag?
So the flag initially was at the 24. That's a hold on Carthage. And then we have a personal foul on Carl Junction. So may take some additional seconds here to unsnarl this.
I guess in this case, the yardage doesn't really matter, even though it would be 10 yards against Carthage and a 15 against Carl.
So Carthage looks like is going to. Carthage is actually going to net 3 yards on the play, and they call a water break. Well, had a lot of breaks here tonight. Usually that means a lot of scoring, but we're 0-0 at 8:50 left to go. We'll take 30 seconds and come back. This is Tiger Football on KDMO.
Carthage Ford is proud to bring Carthage High School sports to you live every week. Competition builds good character in our students, and a sense of teamwork and good sportsmanship only serve to make our student athletes better citizens. The employees and management at Carthage Ford say go blue, go Tigers. And remember, Carthage Ford delivers competitive deals every day. There's no need to leave Carthage to find a good deal on a new or pre-owned vehicle. You can buy right and feel good at Carthage Ford.
The road to Neosho, and back here in a couple of weeks as, Webb City comes in.
Oh, boy. Now, speaking of Neosho, that's where Webb City is playing tonight. And after the third straight loss to Joplin, I don't know if I would want to be a Neosho Wildcat facing the Webb City Cardinals.
Well, I looked at the board. It was 7-0, so that was Webb City. So 2nd down and 8 as we get ready to go again. We are scoreless with 8:20 left to go in the first half. Cabance will keep it. Shakes past a man, moves to the 30, gets up close to a first down. He'll be about 1.5 yards shy. He's to the 35. Had some nice moves there to get what he could out of it. Ball placed just inside the 35. Tate comes out on the wide right. Got wings left and right of Cabance. Gall next to Cabance. And Cabance will keep it himself, and he'll move and try to get to that stick. And let's see. He got it, 37-yard line. Kind of the same play they tried to run on that 4th down that came up empty. Johnny Starks on the stop for Carl Junction. Drive started on the 26, so got 11 thus far, but 63 yards away. Coming in motion, Fake to Patrick. They give to Gall, and he can't find anything. He's spread out to the near side and tackled for no gain. It was Roden on the stop. So it'll be 2nd down and 10.
Want to say thank you to Levi Utter with eXp Realty for our second quarter video streaming sponsorship on 1490 KDMO through the Carthage Tiger Sports Network on YouTube and through the Boxcast app.
2 receivers now to the left on a 2nd and 10. And Cabance will throw, maybe. Steps up, runs out of time now, and he's going to be sacked all the way back to the 26.
Ouch.
Reaching through there was Carter Kennedy. Got him by the sleeve, and down he went. So that'll be 3rd down.
Will that be 20?
47, 26, 21, yep. Need the 47 in their own territory. This time 3 receivers to the left. Cabance will look that way as he drops to throw. Being pressured. He's going to throw down the left side. It's going to be incomplete. Thought there might have been some contact there, but ball was overthrown. Intended for Patrick.
Patrick was able to get a hand on it, just couldn't bring it in. So another punting situation. It'll be Lindsey. He drops back to the 16. Aiden Bird, he stands at his 40. Kick is away, pretty good one. Bird calls for a fair catch, and he slides to the 48. And that's where Carl will take over. That's kind of a dangerous catch. That's the kind that, hit you in the chest and pop out of there. Yeah, he definitely was lucky he was able to get a hold of that and bring it in.
So Carl going right to left has the ball at their own 48. They have started at the 43, 46, 24, and 48. So the defense asked to try again here in the second half. We're halfway through the second quarter, and there's no score. And we have another stoppage. We have officials timeout. Don't know about what, but change the football. Had trouble with that earlier. Eventually, it will be 1st and 10 for Carl at the 48 in their own territory. 2 receivers each side. Perry to throw. Swings it out in the flat. That's complete to Diskin. And he moves across the 45 near a 1st down. And that should be enough. It's at the 42 of Carthage. So Carl with a 1st down. Be at the 42-yard line. Just under 6 to go. Here in the second quarter, nothing on the scoreboard. 1 receiver left, 3 right. They're going to give a handoff to Benford, and he's going to be stacked at the line. Now he breaks a tackle, still breaking tackles across the 40. Then finally, they'll knock him back to the 40, but it's going to be down at the 39. Thought they had him for no gain, but then he slipped out. And it took about 3 more Tigers to push him back. So he did get a nice gain out of it. 2nd down and 7.
He ended up bulldogging his way, that's for sure, for a couple of yards.
3 receivers left this time. 1 move, no flag. Pass out to the right side, complete, caught at the 20, out of bounds maybe at the 16-yard line. They'll make him cross the 15 to the 13. Catch made by Bird, and it's going to be a 1st down and the furthest penetration for Carthage to have to defend here. 1st down, at the 23-yard line. Bubbled snap. Perry will pick it up, and he's going to be dropped at the line of scrimmage. He got on it, and fortunately his offensive line helped him out there because Carthage could not get through. Otherwise, that would have been a loss of about 5, so it'll be second down. Carl had to use 2 timeouts. They have 1 to go with the rest of the way. 2 receivers now. 1 comes in motion from each side. Perry wants to throw. Ball overthrown on a bullet intended out there for Bird, but it was well over his head. So it'll be third down coming up.
Over the receiver, over the defender's head.
Mm-hmm.
Really, though, a lucky break for Carl Junction that wasn't picked off.
Yes.
Because the receiver was closer, or the defender was closer than the receiver to that pass.
So 3rd and 10 from the 23. Again, 2 receivers each side. And Perry will take the snap and look left, dropping back. Pressured, throws it out near side. Complete at the 25. It's taken in by Woodruff, and he moves to the 20. So it's going to be 4th down. They need the 13 for a first down. So a 4th down decision for Carl Junction. It looks like they're going to go for 3. Xavier Perkins is on the field. It would be a 37-yard field goal if they do it. Apparently a timeout was called, I would guess, by Carthage. We'll find out. So we'll go ahead and stay here for the moment. 3:48 left to go here in the first half. No scores. Carl tries to get on with a 3 spot. Oh, my. Apparently there's a storm in the area that we do not see, and they've called a lightning delay.
So we're looking at at least a 30-minute delay right now as the storm moves through the area. So basically, Jim, I'm going to look at our radar here and see what we can find here in the area. But a lightning delay in the area. And so basically everybody's having to vacate the stands, gathering under the stands. It looks like they're moving people.
I did see it that time.
Right now, well, as you can tell, as we look on our radar here at the stadium, it's just a little storm, just a little isolated shower and thunderstorm activity, a little bit of a lightning north of Carthage, at least north of our location right now.
See which way it's moving.
It looks like it is moving to the east, due east. So we may not even see any rain here at the stadium itself, but just out of precaution, they have called for a lightning delay. Now we could be seeing more storms develop in the overnight hours, but that won't be until at least 11 o'clock, and that looks to be well north of the KDMO listening area even. So if you are inside the KDMO listening area, you got a little bit of pump-up storms just north of Carthage. There's also some that are developing south of Pittsburgh and moving to the east. So really, Jim, we may not even see any rain out of this, but there is a couple of lightning bolts that cause that lightning delay. And so they are moving folks under the stands. It looks like just moving for cover just to be safe.
So I guess our next move is just to go back for music and update you periodically.
We can do that. Of course, now we get to put Chaston in a position that he's never been, having to work through a lightning delay or a weather delay. So what we'll do, Chaston, we'll just play a couple of songs, and every couple of songs or so we will come back and we will update you on what is happening here in the game between Carthage and Carl Junction. So a lightning delay. I think I heard 30 minutes, but we'll keep in contact with the press box and keep looking at the radar. And as soon as we know any more, we'll come back here. In the meantime, we'll send it back to Chaston and some music here on 93.5 and 1490 KDMO. No score, 3:48 to go in the first half. Back in just a few. Do what, buddy? Yeah, I mean, yeah.
Yeah.
3 songs at work, yeah.
Welcome back to the Chris and JT in the evening. Who was that on that? Playing songs now instead of playing football.
I'm not exactly sure who that was, but you can have this show. I already did the morning show.
Okay.
So it's Jim Taylor in the evenings on 93.5 and 1490 KDMO.
That means I get to sing, right? No.
Absolutely it does. Go ahead.
So for those of you who haven't tuned out yet, you soon will be. But we're looking in a lightning delay here in Carthage. There is no score, 3:48 left to go. When we last saw our heroes, Carl Junction was lining up for a field goal. And we'll see what happens after that. Looking at my radar, the nearest the storm is the heaviest part is in Jasper right now. And I had a spotter on the ground text me and said that it was dry south of baseline, and by the looks of this radar, and there's another lightning strike, so, or at least in the air now. Whether that knocks it back another 30 minutes or not, we're not in the room that makes those decisions right now. But what I was going to try to say is where the bypass starts, it looks clear. So you're about 3 to 4 miles north of town right now.
Now the only question is, where's my organ when I need it? Right? When play resumes,
yes.
Will Carl Junction make the field goal? Will they go for the touchdown instead? What will the score be at the end of the first half? Find out when Carthage and Carl Junction continues. Until then, we're in a lightning delay.
Yep.
So I guess we can do.
I got some scores if you want to go.
Yeah, absolutely.
Unless you look for something else, unless that's what you're looking for.
I think you're absolutely right. Let's go over some. We were talking. This might be the first time that other teams beat us home. Who knows?
Mm-hmm. And we look at the conference right now. It's Branson 20, Ozark 7, and Branson has a field goal kicker. So 6 of those came on field goals. It was 17-7 moments ago. Webb City at the half leads 28-6 at Neosho. Second quarter score, Nixa leads Joplin over in Joplin 10-7. And Republic is up 21-14 on Willard. That's still a second quarter score. Nevada looks like they may be a little more for real than they were last year. 32-8 at the half against Hollister. Monad 18-12 at the half against Aurora. Logan Rogersville an extra point better than Seneca 14-13. And East Newton and the Mountaineers of Mount Vernon, they're scoreless. And kind of a surprise here, I think, at the half is Marshfield 21-0 over Cassville.
That is a little bit of a surprise. You're right.
Kansas has started tonight. We've got some more Missouri scores here. Diamond 7-6 at the half against Pierce City. Marionville 8-0 over Willow Springs. Camdenton 21-0 over Waynesville. Glendale 8, Rolla 7. Bolivar 14-0 against Parkview. Stockton beating up on Miller 44-0 at half. Ashgrove 12-6 against Kabul. Lebanon 12-7 playing against Kickapoo. West Plains killing Hillcrest right now 35-7. And Sarcoxy in the Battle of the Bears against Wyandotte, and no score there. And the only Kansas score right now is Pittsburgh 14 over Labette County, 14-0. And Miami beating Jay right now 12-0. So
at least they have a score there so far.
Yes.
Defensive battle here, and even more than that, it really has become a battle of field position. And Carl Junction is looking, and you know, who knows? After this delay, they may decide to go for the touchdown instead of the field goal. They were lined up for the field goal, and it was going to be about a 37-yard field goal attempt, as more lightning is seen in the air. It was going to be a 37-yard attempt for Carl Junction, and then the lightning delay was called. So we're looking at a minimum of 30 minutes. That was, 15 minutes ago, I believe. So still looking at probably another 15 minutes. It really just depends on when the decision makers make the decision to put the players back on the field. And of course, when that happens, we'll be here to bring you the rest of the game. Of course, we do want to say thank you to all of our sponsors who are sticking with us. You heard first quarter video streaming sponsorship by Jeremy Jadwin of Jadwin Insurance Services. 1531 West 32nd Street, Suite 211 in Joplin. Second quarter video streaming brought to you by Levi Utter with eXp Realty. Thank you to Levi for jumping on board this year. Third quarter, Carthage High School Athletic Booster Club and the Fair Acres Family I. Okay. The Fair Acres Family Y.
That's usually mom.
That's true. Very true. Fair Acres bringing you fourth quarter video streaming on all of our video streaming platforms. We might as well go. A lot of you are tuning in. Let's go over how you can watch the game. Of course, you can listen to the game. Jim and I love listening to games. 93.5 and 1490 KDMO. But, of course, we provided a link to the broadcast on the Facebook page, facebook.com/1490 KDMO. You can catch the video stream on 1490KDMO.com, through the Carthage Tiger Sports Network on YouTube, and through the Boxcast app, through your Amazon Fire Stick, your Roku, or your smart TV. Let's just say this, Jim, if you're watching at home, you're able to flip back and forth between ESPN, FS1, whoever, ESPN 8, and the Boxcast app for your Carthage Tiger football on air and online with KDMO. So really not much else to say. We're waiting on the Lightning to move out of the area.
Nothing. There's nothing else to talk about except the field position.
You're right.
Carl's had the advantage of that, and Carthage has been backed up on their three possessions, the 8, the 11, and the 25. They did get a drive down to about the 20-yard line, came up third, and just, like I said, enough to, if you just move it forward, you got the first down, but Carl Junction stood him up on that fourth down play. I think that might have been a case where you could just line up from the center and go quickly.
True.
And just lean forward, you've got the first down, but they went to the regular formation.
That's true, and I really don't know how much offense they have that's not from shotgun.
Yeah.
I mean, most of their offensive sets are from that shotgun formation, so it would be interesting to see if they do have any, I don't know, I formation or anything like that would help. But either way, Carl Junction took the ball over on downs, and now they're at least at last check when they had players on the field set up for a 37-yard field goal. It'll be interesting to see if they actually go for that field goal or if they kind of change their plan of attack.
They have a 4th and 7 if they would decide to go for it. So,
I mean, it would be one of those things where they could almost go for it, not trying to, predict the future or anything. But if they go for it, their defense has been holding Carthage's offense. So it might be something you could go for, especially coming out of this Lightning delay with only 3:48 to go in the first half. And Carthage is set to receive the second half kickoff. It might be one of those things where you force Carthage's hand by actually going for it on fourth down and just seeing what happens. So, of course, we'll find that out here in a little bit. But right now we are in a Lightning delay. Carl Junction 0, Carthage 0, 3:47 left to go, 3:48 to go in the first half. So what we'll do is we'll send it back to the station for more music. And as soon as we know anything, we'll be back to pass that along to you here on KDMO and the Carthage Tiger Sports Network. So keep it here. We'll be back in just a little bit, hopefully, with more football to come here on KDMO.
Well, we went to a musicale and the game broke out. Welcome back.
Not a ladies' musicale, but
yes, they told us about 2 minutes ago. It was a 3-minute warm-up, which is what the teams are doing right now. We'll have a 4th and 7 when we resume. And my question is, what are they going to do at halftime? I guess they just go as normal, but
I guess so. But in the meantime, look down, look down. Sorry. Another Andy Griffith Show reference there for all you Ray Hollister fans.
And in terms of the scoreboard, it is a lonesome road because nobody's on it.
But hey, not too long before we carry on.
Yes. So Carl's finished with their warm-ups, and so is Carthage, so they're both going to their respective sidelines. So when we had the delay, it was a 37-yard attempt that Carl Junction was setting up for, trying to kick it toward the north end zone. Carl has 1 timeout. Carthage has 2. Coach Buckmaster, he has a real bag of tricks, so you come out here and expecting field goal, you got to make sure they're going to kick it.
Yeah, that's for sure. You never know if a fake could happen.
So Carthage out on defense. Here comes Carl. Xavier Perkins is their kicker, I believe. But it looks like they're going to run a play. So 4th down. They pitch it out to the near side to the 15-20 and bumped out of bounds. That's going to be short of a 1st down. So Luke Gall pushes the runner out of bounds as they did a pitch play off to Woodruff, and Carthage takes over. So you were right. They're going to go for it. And it's at the 14-yard line.
Well, that would have been an extremely long icing for any kicker.
Yes.
I don't care if it's high school, college, pro, whoever, having to wait that long and then coming out and trying to give your team a lead with a 37-yard field goal, and we don't know really the range of that kicker.
So Carthage with 2 timeouts and 3:39 on the clock. Give it off to Gall, and not much there. In fact, no gain on the play. 2nd and 10. So 2nd down and 10 yards to go. And right now, Carthage is getting eaten up. They had some success in the first quarter moving the football, but Carl's line is just clogging everything up right now. 2nd down and 10, same spot. No score. 3:05 left to go. Carthage will get the football to start the second half. Here's Cabance wanting to throw. He'll swing it out, leaping attempt, and they're going to say catch. Be about 8 yards out on the far side.
Well, if you're Carthage, of course you want to come away with some kind of points going into halftime, and then you get the ball to start the second half. So, I mean, you have a chance here to really put the point advantage in your favor.
It was Tate on the catch, so it's going to be 3rd down. They need the 24 for a 1st down. A high snap. And there is Gall. He breaks loose 30 into the 35-yard line. Finally dropped out there by Dodds, but it is a 1st down. So a hole cracked open that time, and Gall almost broke it. So a new set at the 35-yard line. Receiver out on the wide right and a slot man. And straight ahead goes Gall. Gets about a yard or two. Leading the way was Josh Corey from the front line. It's like Darius Hill was also there. So second down. Might have got a couple of footballs ahead. So second down, they'll call it 9. Down to 1:30 left to go. If Carthage can break a big play, then they might start thinking about using some timeouts. Second down, Cabance rolls right. Sets up, throws it out in the flat. It's caught, 39, down to the 40, out of bounds, 42. It'll set up a third down and about 3. Rogers on the catch. So third down, they need the 45. The clock obviously stops with the out-of-bounds play. They put receivers out to the left. They stack them out there to the left. Gall with Cabance in the backfield. Cabance again will look. Now he'll go quarterback draw. Try to turn the corner. Does so. First down. Midfield. Just gets into Carl Junction territory for a first down. It'll be at the 49. He got hit hard. Fortunately, he hung on to the ball.
Hung on and popped right back up.
And he got a poor spot, but it is enough for a first down. They put the ball back in Carthage territory at midfield. So a minute remaining. Again, Cabance to throw. Pumping. Now he'll look for some running room. Has it. 45 to the 40. Breaks free. 35, 33-yard line before taken down by Dodds. And he saved the touchdown. And a great decision there by Cabance. He saw that opening and he weaved his way through.
And a timeout taken by Carthage.
So with 51 seconds remaining, maybe Carthage can punch it in. The old back-to-back scores that Mitch Holtis likes to talk about when Patrick Mahomes at quarterback. Get that last minute touchdown, and you get the ball right back. It's normally he gets that done. So Patrick is, so we've got to let Cabance here do it.
That would be great to see Cabance or just anybody with the Tigers put it in for a 6 or 7 point lead going into halftime and then get the ball and score again in the first possession of the second half. That would be huge because, as you can tell, points are at a premium, especially in this first half. The defenses for both sides have really just stepped up and caused nothing but heartaches for the offense, both offenses.
Carthage has not started better than the 26-yard line. This drive started on the 14. First possession was the 8. The next one was the 11. They got 11 plays out of that, but turned it over on a 4th and short. We're on the near hash at the 33-yard line. No score. 51 seconds remaining. May have been some jumping. And Cabance lost the football. Got it back, though. He'll lose to the 39. There's a lot of confusion on that one. I thought maybe Carl might have come across early, but they would have blown the whistle if that happened. But so a loss back to the 39 makes it second down and 16. Cabance looking. Steps, throws into a crowd. Ball batted up in the air, and it's intercepted maybe. Yes, it is, and should be turned for a touchdown. Coming back the other way. Well, a tackle at the 49-yard line. The ball was tipped. There is a flag right in front of the Carthage bench. So I think the interception will stand, but we'll see what this penalty's about. The ball was tipped and then picked. So now Carl, with 14 seconds, has something to say about this. It's just a sideline warning, so the interception stands, and they're at the 48-yard line. And I mentioned about the magic kit of Coach Buckmaster. He loves the hook and lateral at this juncture. So be on the lookout for that. So this could be a big swing right here unless the Carthage defense can hold on. I believe Carl still has the one timeout. So you got to stop them here and keep them in bounds and make sure it's not a big gain. Well, now we have a stoppage, and I think Carl Junction just used their last timeout. So in a way, that's good. So they're pretty much down to one play here unless they get a first down. Now, Caban's tried to get that in there in the middle. There was like 2 or 3 Carl Junction guys around. They weren't near the football, but the tip caused the interception, and that got them. They were close enough to come and get it.
They were, and not a bad pass, just an unfortunate tip. And then
I didn't see who made the tackle for Carthage. I thought it was going to be taken back for a touchdown. And then this blue jersey came flying in there and tripped him up. So it was a short timeout as Carl is back, and they have 3 receivers to the left side. As Perry will take the snap, and he will keep. He'll go to the right side, down the sideline, first down, runs out of bounds at the Carthage 35. That's 8 seconds remaining. You can't let that happen. You got to keep them in bounds. So 8 seconds remaining. Ball at the Carthage 35.
Kind of makes you wonder if they're going to do the same thing, trying to get more yards and maybe even get into field goal range. If they were going to try a 37-yarder before,
yep,
they probably wouldn't be hesitant to try it again.
They have 2 receivers on each side. Perry on a deep drop. He's being chased, wants to throw, and he's going to be dropped, hopefully in bounds. And he is, and that's going to run the clock. So we are scoreless at the half. We'll take a 2-minute pause and come back. This is Tiger Football on KDMO.
Carthage alumni and lifelong resident Levi Utter with eXp Realty has been helping the folks of Carthage and surrounding communities with all of their real estate needs since 2014. Striving to meet the needs of his clients and helping them achieve their goals is what his business is built upon. Give him a call today at 417-540-6565 to see how Levi can help you with your next move. Levi Utter with eXp Realty wishes all the Carthage Tigers student athletes a healthy and successful school year during the sports season and in the classroom. Go Big Blue.
Is your office ready to be a workplace of the future? Does that mean whizzing around on hoverboards and robots answering phones? Maybe, but we'd suggest trying more useful technology first. Pearson Kelly can set you up with tech that lets your whole team work from anywhere, collaborate on devices, and always have the information they need to do their job. Keeping up with technology can be stressful. We're here to simplify it for you. Whether your office has an internal IT team or not, we have options to fit your needs. Find us at pearsonkelly.com and let us make technology simple for you.
Just like a great coach, State Farm agent Jerry Poston at 1601 South Garrison in Carthage can help you develop a game plan for your insurance needs. Whether it's car, home, life, health, or business insurance, Agent Jerry Poston can dig into the playbook and help you find the affordable coverage you need. When your life and goals change, Agent Jerry Poston will be there to help you adjust your insurance game plan with a free family insurance checkup. So, for all of your insurance needs, call on a winner. State Farm agent Jerry Poston at 1601 South Garrison or call 417-358-5052.
The owners and staff at Grace Lanes, just east of the Carthage Square, wish the Carthage Tigers a successful year, not only in athletics, but also in the classroom. They look forward to our young students achieving their goals and the promises of tomorrow. Grace Lanes is proud to be a part of the Carthage Tiger broadcast, and they remind you about bowling leagues on Monday, Tuesday, and Thursday evenings and Saturday mornings. Or stop by for an ice cream and a smoke-free bowling experience Monday through Saturday. For more information, go to gracelanes.com. Go Tigers.
Normally we give you the scoring rundown, so here it is. Beep. So.
Trying to do the cricket noise, it's not working.
Yes.
There is no score to pass along to you. No scoring rundown. Carl Junction had really had two chances in the last couple of possessions. One of them ended on because of halftime, and the other one ended because of a lightning delay. So goodness, that's really the only scoring chance. There's one anyway that that Carthage had a chance. They were down inside their 20, but turned over on downs. But unfortunately, that was it. Really, only one scoring opportunity for Carthage, and a couple scoring chances for Carl Junction. And nothing is the score at halftime. Nothing really to talk about, but still a good game nonetheless. If you're a defensive football fan, you've got yourself a really good game defense-wise between the Carl Junction Bulldogs and the Carthage Tigers. So nothing the score at halftime, brought to you by Mother Road Coffee. We'll hear from them and be back in 30 seconds with more halftime festivities. Nothing at the half, back in 30. This is Carthage Tiger football on KDMO.
Mother Road Coffee is a proud supporter of Carthage Tiger Athletics. Located on the west side of the square in downtown Carthage, Mother Road Coffee offers premium coffee, Italian sodas, iced coffees, fraps, and delicious smoothies. If you prefer tea, we serve loose leaf tea from the Hugo Tea Company. We offer a variety of lunch specials, including homemade wraps, paninis, salads, and soups. On Fridays, we serve made-to-order flatbread and gluten-free pizzas. Mother Road Coffee is open at 7 a.m. Monday through Thursday, 6:30 a.m. on Friday, and 7:30 to 3 on Saturdays. Come see us at 325 South Main Street and enjoy the best coffee in Carthage. Go Tigers!
Welcome back to the Carthage Tiger halftime report, brewed by Mother Road Coffee. Nothing is the score at half. And like I said, just two defensively well-played halves well-played quarters, I should say, by both the Carthage Tigers and the Carl Junction Bulldogs. A couple of scoring opportunities not taken advantage of by Carl Junction, one by the Carthage Tigers, and just great defense has led to the nothing score between the Carl Junction Bulldogs and the Carthage Tigers. We thank you for sticking with us through the weather delay. Of course, we are on 93.5 and 1490 KDMO. You've been able to hear us on the air for a while. I mean, KDMO has been broadcasting Carthage Tiger sports for quite a while now, and we're glad to be able to continue that on air. 1490 KDMO and 93.5 FM. Also, you can catch the game. We've got a link to the video streaming on our Facebook page, facebook.com/1490 KDMO. You can catch the video stream on the website, 1490kdmo.com. You can also catch the video stream through the Carthage Tiger Sports Network on YouTube and through the Boxcast app, through your Amazon Fire Stick, your Roku, or your smart TV. However you are joining us on this Friday, we do appreciate you, and thank you for joining us. Thank you to all of our sponsors as well. This is the Halftime Report brought to you by Mother Road Coffee, and we appreciate Mother Road and their support of Carthage Tiger Athletics here on air and online with KDMO. Let's go ahead. Let's take another 2 minutes. We'll be back soon with the start of third quarter action. Nothing is the score from Carthage. Back in 2 minutes. This is Carthage Tiger football on KDMO.
Since 1978, Reeves Tire and Automotive has been servicing the repair, tire, and wheel needs of the 4 states, offering a full line of tire industry top brands at competitive prices and car and truck repair with superior service and experience that can't be beat. Reeves Tire and Automotive is located at 2504 Grand Avenue and open 8 to 5 Monday through Friday and 8 to noon on Saturdays. Get rolling with Reeves and get rolling with the Carthage Tigers. Go Big Blue.
Back injuries, hand injuries, knee injuries, shoulder injuries, those are kind of the typical joints that you would think get a lot of wear and tear when people are doing physical jobs. There is a workers' compensation law, and that is to protect your rights as an injured worker. The workers' compensation system is tough to navigate at times.
Let Morrison, Webster, and Carlton advocate for your recovery. Call 781-5690. The choice of an attorney is an important decision and should not be based solely on advertisements.
Carthage Tiger Sports is all about teamwork, dedication, and a commitment to excellence. Dr. Michael Woody and the team at Peachtree Dental support all of the players and coaches that make Tiger Sports so great. They offer a full range of treatment options that can be personalized to meet your unique needs and expectations, including orthodontics for all ages. Peachtree Dental always welcomes new patients of every age. For a better dental experience, give Peachtree Dental a call at 358-2233. Go Tigers!
Just as an athletic team relies on teamwork to reach its goals, a business depends on its staff to complement each other's strengths and function as a team to achieve its goals. The certified public accounting firm of Schmidt Associates wants to be a member of your team and help you reach your financial goals. Their small business accounting, payroll, and advisory services could help ensure your financial success. Call Schmidt Associates at 358-6090. Schmidt Associates, more than checks and balances.
It's away from starting the third quarter. And we go through the scores in the conference. It's Ozark trying to catch up to Branson. It was a 17-7 and then a 27. It's now 20-14 Branson, and they're in the third quarter. And Webb City taking control against Neosho, 35-6. They just scored in the third quarter. And then Nixa at the half, 10-7 over Joplin. And then Republic is 10 better than Willard right now at the half, 24-14. We have no score here. Carthage had a 4th and short and around the 23 or 24 yard line. Escapes me now. I didn't write it down where 4th down was, and they came up short. In fact, actually lost yardage on the play. Carl got down to attempt a field goal. Then we had a lightning delay. That's why we're still at halftime. So we had a 30-minute delay. And they came out and ran a play. They came up a yard short of the first down. Carthage moved the ball very well into Carl Junction territory, but a high pass was tipped and then returned back to the Carthage 48 by Carl Junction. And they got a first down, but then a sack ended the half because Carl Junction had used up all their timeouts. And, boy, there's the thing right there with those first quarter timeouts. Sometimes will just kill you.
And
they would have had great field position and maybe at least one timeout remaining there.
That's true, and it did come back to hurt them. That is true. Of course, it helped the Carthage Tigers. They were able to keep the quarterback in bounds. They were going for a pass play at the last play of the half and ended up. I believe they ended up. Did they complete that pass and they kept him in bounds? Is that how they first off?
He was chased and ran down quarterback.
Either way, yes, that is right. I forgot about that. So either way, the quarterback was brought down in bounds, and that's how the quarter ended and how the half ended. And goodness gracious, you know that they're taking this extra 20 minutes because they've had lightning delay times and they've had 30 minutes to go over things. Now they have 20 minutes during halftime to go over things. You would think that they would be able, both teams would try to come up with a different game plan going into the second half.
And right now the answer is trying to get Luke Gall going. He's strong as he is. He right now cannot get past that CJ line.
That's true. They've really had 3, sometimes even 4 defenders really eyeing him. It seems like they've had do they call it a wide or a running back spy is almost what it looks like. They have somebody cued on him at all times, and then as soon as somebody can get a hand on him, there's 2 or 3 more to assist in making the tackles. So get Luke Gall going, and maybe that'll lead to other players getting open for Carthage in the second half.
And the passes are there. Cabant showed that before the tipped ball, but a couple of times he didn't get some time. He's got to get some time to throw. It seems like when he has it there, of course, that's kind of obvious. Any quarterback could be good if they got time, but he had a little better coverage there than that last drive.
That's true. It seems like for both offensive lines and both quarterbacks, there's lots of pressure that's coming straight up the middle. And the one thing you don't want to have is pressure coming right at you. You want to be able to take a look at the whole field and have time to be able to make the right throw. And it seems like they aren't getting that time. Either quarterback of both defenses really doing well at coming up the middle and pressuring the quarterback.
Got some more scores here in the, let's see, the Big 8. We have Mount Vernon 7 over East Newton, nothing. Aurora's came back to get a 2-point lead over Monette, 20-18. Seneca's gone ahead of Rogersville, 21-14. Nevada in command against Hollister, and they lead that one 40-16. Lamar taking care of the Wolves in Reed Spring at 41-6. That's a third quarter score. And we look at the Ozark Conference. Glendale 16, Rolla 7. Camdenton 21, Waynesville nothing. Lebanon 19, Kickapoo 10. Bolivar 14, Parkview nothing. West Plains 42, and Hillcrest 7. And look at a couple other scores around the area. Diamond 13-6 against Pierce City. And the Miller Cardinals, maybe can't read anything in 2 weeks into the season, but they're usually a solid program. Right now they're trailing 51-6 against Stockton.
Oh, wow. That's kind of a surprise
That's
right
unusual
there.
for them.
It is.
So
7 minutes to go until the start of the third quarter. This is the Carthage Tiger halftime show brought to you by Mother Road Coffee. We appreciate Mother Road. You want to go ahead and take a couple more minutes, Jim, and we'll move closer to the third quarter?
Okay.
All right.
I'm sorry,
Sounds good.
Getting reading material ready for after the next break.
Reading material is good. Of course, we'll hear what Jim has to read. Reading Jim, yes. We'll hear that in 2 minutes as halftime continues. 0-0 is the score. Back in 2 minutes. This is Carthage Tiger football on KDMO.
We are Missouri Farm Bureau Insurance, and we're here for all of life's wins. Like when you get a new car, or new boat, or new driver, or when your son moves out but your mom moves in, or you find out you're expecting again, or when one rental property turns into 2, then 20, or you realize they're all in Tornado Alley. Life is full of life events. Make sure you have the right policy for each of life's wins.
I'm Adam Bridges.
And I'm Lauren DeBeauty, your Missouri Farm Bureau insurance agent.
And we've got you covered through all of life's wins.
Go Tigers!
Zyder Tax Service loves cheering on our Carthage Tigers. Mike and all the staff know our student athletes have worked hard this year, and they give a big hand to everyone who has helped and encouraged the Tigers to have a successful season. Zyder Tax Services, serving Carthage and the surrounding area with tax planning and preparation for individuals and businesses, is proud to be one of the locally owned businesses that support your Carthage Tigers broadcasts. Join Mike Zyder, CPA, and the rest of Zyder Tax Services as they cheer on our Tigers. Go Tigers!
The telling someone you love them with McDonald's deal is as rare as it is special, since it's best shown by giving up the last bite, because a gesture like that is a true act of selflessness.
The hot and spicy McChicken sandwich is back, and when you buy one, you can mix and match another, a cheeseburger or a regular McChicken for just $1 on McDonald's D123 menu. Limited time offer. Price and participation may vary. Cannot combine with any other offer or combo meal.
Your Carthage McDonald's, locally owned and operated by Shane and Kara Campbell. Go Big Blue.
The Ross Kennard Wealth Management Group of Wells Fargo Advisors cheers on our Carthage Tigers. Financial advisors Ron Ross and Tony Kennard know that any successful team plans, works hard, and sets goals for the future. They want the best for Carthage's student body, who will be our community leaders in the coming years. The Ross Kennard Wealth Management Group of Wells Fargo Advisors is proud to be a part of this Carthage Tiger broadcast. Go Tigers! Wells Fargo Advisors is a trade name used by Wells Fargo Clearing Services, LLC, member SIPC, a registered broker-dealer and non-bank affiliate of Wells Fargo & Company.
We are scoreless between Carl Junction and Carthage. Next week, Carthage goes to Carl Junction on Monday. We talk about Thanksgiving, Christmas Day football. We got Labor Day football coming up.
Oh, really?
The JV in the 9th grade will play at Carl at 5:30. The JV starts. So the 9th grade will play a 2-quarter game following the JV contest. Got some more athletic notes here. Cross country travels to Bolivar. I wonder if that's on foot to the Pete.
That's the actual. That's the meets. They just run there and then come back.
Racing starts at 9:00. Tigers 9th grade and varsity volleyball team will be at Shiloh Christian in Springdale. That'll be next Tuesday, which I guess is coming up. Thursday, the squads will go to Pittsburgh, and that'll be at 4:30. Girls tennis will be hosting Joplin Tuesday, then play Republic on Thursday. Friday, they will play in the Thomas Jefferson Invitational. Softball will participate in the Joplin tournament, and they'll finish up on Saturday. Then Monday, they open up COC play at Carl Junction on Tuesday. That's got an interesting sentence there, but we're going to have that game on Tuesday right here. And then another COC contest Thursday at Nixa. Next Friday and Saturday, they'll play in the Ozark tournament. Golf team in the Papa John's Challenge this week. They return back next Thursday when they'll play Seneca in the Seneca Invitational. Swim team hosts the duels on Tuesday. That starts at 4:30. And the soccer team will play at Joplin on Tuesday. Friday and Saturday, the varsity will play the Parkview tournament. They take on Northwest at 4 o'clock. Saturday play KC East at 10:30. Then the JV Soccer Tigers host the JV tournament. That opens up Friday night at 8:15 against Joplin. And let's see the marching band. Let's see what they do. Competition on September 18th at Carl Junction. And Maple Leaf on October 16. That's just one of those everyday kind of festivals, right?
Right. Exactly.
Don't send letters or emails. One of the more tradition-laden festivals of the fall right here.
Oh, absolutely it is.
Hey, we got time to work in one more spot. We'll come back here in 60 seconds. No score, third quarter with Carthage getting the football. This is Tiger Football on KDMO.
Your local Farmers Insurance agent, Kelly Out, is proud to be a part of the Carthage community and knows that planning for the future makes all the difference in a person's life. The personal values of hard work, truth, and honesty will help our young students become good citizens and the leaders of tomorrow. Kelly Out, your local Farmers Insurance agent with offices just off the Carthage Square at 231 East 4th Street, is a proud sponsor of this Carthage Tiger broadcast. It says, Go Tigers!
Hey Tiger fans, this is Jeff Hodkin at American Family Insurance, 800 South Garrison Avenue here in Carthage. Stop by my office or call 359-3399 to see how we can help you with your insurance needs. Wishing all students and faculty a safe and healthy year. Go Tigers!
We kind of went through it quickly, but softball at Carl Junction, Tuesday at 4:30 right here.
Absolutely. That means pregame starts around 4:20 or thereabouts. First pitch at 4:30, and we'll have that game right here. Yeah, right here on KDMO.
Not here, but
not at the football field, but we'll have the game for you on air and online with KDMO.
So both teams have finished their warm-ups, and we'll be moving shortly to the second half. Hopefully some scoring, and hopefully by the home jerseys.
That is for sure. You know both offenses are looking to get back on the field, but you know Mr. Cabance and Mr. Gall are ready to put some yards in between them and their and the defense.
We still have a few minutes, and we'll look at the rankings that came out for the first time. Jackson is at number 1. 0-1. Webb City's number 2. So we'll just say okay and go on, I guess.
All right.
Raytown is at 1-0. They're third ranked. Columbia Battle, number 4. Holt High School is 1-0. And Carthage comes in at number 6. Chaminade at 7. Fort Zumwalt North is at 8. Staley 9. North Kansas City, they have a loss, and they come in at number 10. There's some of those teams we've heard and seen in the playoffs in recent years. The 4A side, Smithville leads at number 1. Country Day of St. Louis at 2. They're tied with West Plains, and West Plains whipping up tonight. And Hannibal comes in at 4. Harrisonville 5. McClure North of St. Louis also at number 5. St. Dominic is at 7. Grandview 8. Excelsior Springs is 9. And Warrensburg, they're in at 10. Looking over 3A, Cassville, although they're losing tonight, they rank at number 8. In 2A, Lamar leads the way there over St. Louis Deschênes. And let's see if there's any other local teams there in 2A that rank. They have Butler at number 10. And then Class 1, a little bit out of our area, but Windsor, they're number 1. That also I could be mistaken. That could be Windsor Imperial High School, which is over in the St. Louis area. But if it's Windsor, Missouri, good for them. Class 1, I would say yes.
Absolutely. That's a great thing right there.
Marionville comes in at 4, and Skyline is tied for 9th with Harrisburg. Then on Class 6, DeSmet out of St. Louis is 1, Ray-Pac is 2, and Joplin is in at number 4. And Nixa at 6, and at last check, Nixa was leading in the third quarter at Joplin by a score of 10-7.
So you say Windsor was number 1, huh?
Yes.
Hopefully Carthage will follow suit and get to number 1 as well. Of course, I guess that's a Windsor tie.
Yeah.
And not a suit. Never mind.
We got to bow up after that. Now, on my travels in the part of the state, Windsor is a nice little town, about 2,000 people, but it's one of my favorite stops when I'm out in that area.
So Carthage is going to receive the ball here to start the second half.
And they will be going from right to left. Carl has not kicked off tonight. The opening kickoff has been it. That went to Carthage. See what Xavier Perkins is going to do. Nothing is safe anymore when it comes to kickoffs. Here is the approach, and he will kick it away, and very strong, I might add. It's into the end zone. So Carthage starts at their own 20. This is their 5th possession. Carl has had it 4 times.
I would say the Carl Junction kicking team has had plenty of time to rest their leg to get ready for that second half kickoff. Halftime, a delay, and now we'll see what the adjustments have been made at halftime.
Come out with a receiver to the left side for Carthage. Slot man also to the left. Cabance will take the snap, and he is rushed and going to be dropped. They didn't blow the whistle. He's going to be a loss to the 15. He never could get the handoff away, and it's wise that he never tried because, Carl was right there at the snap. So it'll be 2nd down and 15.
I thought for sure that one of the Carl defenders jumped just a little bit too early, but he must have timed that snap count just right to cause that loss.
So 2 receivers go to the right. It's now 2nd down and 15. Cabance fakes it. Wants to throw. Throws down the left side. It's going to be intercepted at the 40 of Carthage. Underthrown just a tad. And Chance Banford makes the interception. So 2 possessions, 2 interceptions. And Carl Junction has it at the Carthage 40. The receiver had a step on Benford, but the pass just underthrown. So now the defense is expected to answer the call again. Here's Perry. And a flag. I think Carthage might have jumped. But then the referee also threw a flag, so reserve any kind of commitment here. And they call a false start, so that's why they jumped. Yeah, usually if the referee throws the flag, I saw it come in late, that usually means the offense moved. So it's 1st and 15, back at the 45.
It really wouldn't hurt to have 3 more of those.
Yeah.
If you're a Carthage Tiger fan.
And Perry awaits the snap, and now he looks, as does his teammates, to the sideline to get the play. Plenty of time on the clock. 2 receivers left, 1 to the right side. And he'll go to the 40, down the sideline, flag on the play, and Perry bumped out of bounds at the 30. A little jawing after the play. There is a flag back at the 42. So a nice pickup, but it may come back. The play would have been good enough for a first down, but it is a hold on Carl Junction. Well, you're getting the penalty yardage back, but you need some you need the 3 plays so they can kick it.
No doubt.
So this will be first down over again. Flag was thrown at the 42. So that should move it back into Carl territory. And it's at the 49. So it's 1st and 21. No score. Minute gone, third quarter. Perry hesitates, and he can only make the line of scrimmage again. Surrounded by Anthony De Leon's arms, and he'll lose a yard. It's 2nd down and 22.
He who hesitates, in this case, loses a yard.
Again, 2 receivers each side. 2nd down now, 22. Perry back to throw. Steps up, wants to throw across the middle. It's complete, 40. And breaking tackles at the 40 to the 35, 36-yard line. That was Planchon. A nice gain on the play. Sets up a 3rd and makeable. They need 6 yards to go. They mark it at the 36. So they get a whole bunch of that back on a 2nd and 21. Now it's 3rd and 6. Again, Perry looks to throw, throws it out in the flat. It's going to be caught and going to be short of the first down by a couple of yards. Diskin on the catch. And Patrick drove him out. So it's going to be 4th down. They need the 30. And they're going to spot it at the 33. So here you go, defense. Time to do it again.
The Carthage crowd making some noise for their defense.
4th down. Perry wants to throw. Fires incomplete. Threw it just behind the intended man, which was Bird. And Bird had a step on the defender. So again, the Carthage defense takes care of Carl Junction, but the offense needs to kick it in gear somehow. Believe it or not, this is their best starting point. A 33-yard line.
That's incredible. That just shows how good the Carl Junction defense has been so far in this game. And really the Carl Junction kicking game.
Carthage got near the 20 on their second possession, but ended up turning over on downs. Well, they couldn't make a 4th down. Receiver comes in motion. They'll give it off to Gall. He's got a hole across the 39 to the 40. And they're going to put him back a yard. So he gets 6 on the play. 2nd down and 4. Well, that second drive, you had 11 plays, and you had 7 plays on the 4th possession, rather. So you'd like to see that again, because right now you said scoring at a premium. You can grind it out. One score is one score right now. And here goes Gall for a first down plunge. He'll make the 44-yard line. Wakefield on the stop. And they'll actually move it up a yard. And it's a first down at the 45. There is no score. We're at the 8:30 mark of the third quarter. And Cabance, he'll keep it, finds a hole, goes across to midfield, and he's dropped there, but it's a 5-yard pickup. Carter Kennedy on the stop. So 2nd and 5.
If you remember back to last year, Jim, Carl Junction was a thorn in Carthage's side. They actually had a lead going into the third quarter. With everything that's happened so far, Carthage could be happy, or should be happy, even with no score.
2nd and 5 at midfield. Here's Gall going over the center position and get a 4-yard pickup to the 46. Dodd's on the stop. He's been busy tonight on defense. So 3rd down and a yard. They need the 45. One yard to get to keep the drive alive. Man comes in motion. And it's going to be Gall for the first down. He breaks loose down the right sideline. 30, 25, 20. They won't catch him. Touchdown. And there's a late flag. We'll have to figure out what that's about. The flag lands at the 28. A very, very late flag thrown by the referee. It looks like it's going to come back from that spot. Apparently there was a clip or a hold, which didn't need to happen. Personal foul on Carthage. So apparently some tempers on that. But my question is, shouldn't the score count? Because it seems to me that was after the play. Apparently they say it happened during the play. So the ball or the penalty flag at the 28. So you go 38, 43-yard line. They'll still get a first down.
I'm like
That's the
you,
way
Jim.
I'm looking at it.
Yeah, I'm like you. I was following the ball with the video streaming and didn't see anything happen, but it seems like the touchdown would count, I would think, because it was after the play. You would at least, that's what I was thinking anyway. And that could be what Coach Gandhi is asking the referee himself.
Could be what happened was the play occurred and the ref just did not get the flag out in time as Gall crossed the finish line. Okay, they are going to count the score, but it's going to be a long extra point. Should be what it is. So a 46-yard run by Gall. Comes at 6:56 to go, third quarter. Just ask the expert here, folks. Everybody out there went, yeah, right. Well, now they're setting up as a regular extra point. So
will the 15 yards come on the kickoff?
That could be. So Mejia can at least try to make it 7-0. Long count. Here we go. Kick is up and just over the right upright. So the ice is broken here in 80-degree weather. 6:56 left to go, third quarter. Carthage 7 and Carl Junction nothing. Back here in 30. Tiger football, KDMO.
Boomer's Barbecue at 1123 West Central Avenue in Carthage cheers on our Carthage Tigers. From the coaches to the parents and teachers, it takes a lot of effort to help our student athletes and the rest of the student body reach their goals. And Boomer's Barbecue salutes all who make our Tigers great. Boomers is proud to be a sponsor of this broadcast, and they thank you for your business over the years. Once a Tiger, always a Tiger. Carthage alumni Willie Wagner and the entire crew at Boomer's Barbecue say, go Tigers, go blue.
67 yards in 6 plays, and Carthage gets on with a 7-0 advantage. Now, there's either two things, and right now it looks like they may have disallowed talked it over and said there was no personal foul. Although they did not give a decline penalty or disregarded the flag. Well, now I guess they'll mark the penalty. As soon as I say that, one of the Carthage guys says, back up, guys. Now they're going to assess the penalty. So, okay. So it did happen at the end of the play.
So are we talking something maybe an excessive celebration, unsportsmanlike conduct, I'm supposing?
No, there was caught out of the corner of my eye, there was some pushing and shoving. The tail end of that play, definitely, because there's like two Carthage guys and one Carl guy, and I think they got mixed up. I did catch that. So they're going to kick from the 25. So it was I'm going to call it a post-possession penalty. So here's a squibber. It's going to be bobbled in the air, fumbled around, and finally covered up at the 42. As they did the little cross kick, as Lindsay actually got the. So it's 6:56 left to go. The ball will be at the 43-yard line. So Carthage with at least a touchdown to work with on defense.
So it basically took one half, a lightning delay, halftime, and halfway through the third quarter before the first score of the game happens. And lucky for Carthage Tiger fans, it's a Carthage Tiger touchdown. And now
again, they forget to change the footballs out.
Hey, Bob, I thought you were going to do that. I thought you were going to do that.
But did you know that I didn't know?
I know. What?
Man in motion. Fake the reverse, and they're going to throw it downfield. Down the left side, it's going to be just overthrown. Intended out there for Aiden Bird. So it'll be 2nd and 10. So Carl going for all the eggs right there on that play.
Luckily not in his basket.
Yes. Second down and 10. Ball back to the 43. Two receivers up top, two on the bottom. Perry looking to throw again. He'll swing it out. It's caught for about a 9-yard gain across the middle. Catch there by Dexter Merrill on the catch.
Nice little slant route by Merrill.
Browning made the tackle. So 3rd down and about 2 yards to go. Ball at the 49 of Carthage. 7-0 Carthage. About halfway through the third quarter. Perry is going to keep it. And he's dropped back in Carl Junction territory. Micah Lindsay pulls him down. It's going to be 4th down and a loss back to the Carl Junction 47.
It didn't matter which player had the ball. The running back, the quarterback, Lindsay was going to get them both, and he ended up getting them both. Nice loss on that play.
So Carl Junction faced with a 4th down and 6. And Drew Massey, who's had some good punts tonight. They've not looked very aesthetic, but. And he'll kick this one away again, a low line drive. And King will not touch it and goes in the end zone. Wise move.
Very wise. His punts are looking kind of like my.
I say this every year, but this is why I would never make a coach, because I would say every time we punt, guys, let it roll, and let's let our offense take care of it one way or the other. I don't like fumbles on punts.
Right. His punts are looking like my drives on the golf course.
Yeah.
They go about 10 yards and skip and bounce and use cart paths and all that stuff. He's using everything to his advantage to get as many yards possible on those punts.
So 1st and 10 for Carthage at the 20-yard line. 7-0 Carthage, 5:27 to go. And this drive start, Cabance will keep it, and he'll gain 2, and then he's almost bent back in half. They'll give him progress to the 23. Nice stick there by Carter Kennedy. I'll tell you what, he and Dodge made the bulk of the tackles.
Dodge is ram tough, that's for sure.
That's DODDS.
Even better.
Yeah.
Forget what I just said, ladies and gentlemen.
Yep. Under 5 to go. 2nd and 7. Well, you can recycle it. Patrick comes in motion. And they give it off to Gall, and here he goes again to the 40, to the 50, to the 40. You know the rest, guys. Touchdown. And no yeller. "77 yards." And that just blew wide open.
Just when you think you have him contained in the first half, look at what he's done in the last 2 possessions. Luke Gall for the Carthage Tigers.
Well, it was obvious he was going to get a first down. Then he just saw enough of an opening. He said, I can turn this up a notch, and that's what he did. Chance to go 14-0, and Mejia does. Well, kind of like last week now. You get a multi-play drive and then a big play on the next drive. 4:36 left to go, third quarter. Carthage 14 and Carl Junction nothing. Back here in 30 seconds. Tiger football, KDMO.
Drew Evans Investment Companies of Whistler's Hamburgers and Daylight Donut cheer on our Tigers. They're proud to be part of this Carthage Tigers broadcast. Hard work, diligence, and persistence give big rewards in life. So make it count, Tigers. The owners and employees at Whistler's and Daylight Donut want only the best for our Tigers and the entire student body. Whistler's Hamburgers and Daylight Donut. Dine in or carry out at all locations in Carthage. Go Tigers. Go Big Blue. Sponsored by Drew Evans Investments.
2 plays, and it's all of a sudden 14-0. 2 scores in 2 minutes and 20 seconds. After a scoreless first half, and then first score came at 6:56 of this quarter.
You know, Jim, it's 15 after 9. There was a little bit of a lightning delay and halftime, and things were moving slow, and all of a sudden, young people seem to perform better later in the evening when us older people are getting ready to go to bed.
Well, I won't go to bed now. I'm fired up again.
No doubt. What did you say, 2 touchdowns, and what was it, 220?
Yeah, 220.
220. Had a 14-0 lead for Carthage.
Can always use the money, but I think right now I've got the evening off because the lightning delay caused my late night run to go to somebody else. Another squib kick. Picked up at the 20 to the 35, and goodbye, 33-yard line. On the return was Nathan Planchon. I hope I'm pronouncing that right.
Hi, I'm a Carthage return man. I'll be your defender this afternoon.
So Carl will set up at their own 34. They've had pretty good starting points all night long, but they got it to a 4th and short. We'll talk about that here in a second. Here's a pass play that is caught or dropped.
Incomplete.
It's incomplete. I thought he dropped it, but then everybody's acting like it was caught. Intended out there for Jordan Woodruff.
That ball was thrown with such force, it looked like it kind of hit him in the gut and knocked the wind out of him, and he dropped it.
And getting back to it, Carl Junction got down to the 30-yard line. They set up for a 20-yard line, 37-yard field goal they set up for, but then the lightning delay hit. They came back and tried to get a 4th down conversion. Only got 6 yards. Here's a fumble on the snap. Perry has to roll left, still wants to throw, fires back, and he just kind of threw it away. He short-hopped it. There's double coverage to the receiver he was looking at, so it'll be 3rd down and 10.
That play just fell apart from the very beginning.
So 3rd down coming up. 14-0 in favor of Carthage. They need the 44. Back row, throws it out, and it's going to be contact before the ball, I think. No flags. Now there's a late one from the linesman all the way across the field. Well, yeah, I think it happened, but that's not his call.
And who knows, it might not even be because of the call itself or the play itself. It might be for the celebration after the fact. There might be sportsmanlike conduct. I'm not sure. We'll see what the call is.
The linesman was on the Carl Junction sideline, too. And sometimes that's an influence. And it is interference on Carthage. Well, I agree with the call, but I disagree with the timing of the flag.
Right.
So it's a first down at the 49-yard line. 4:13 left to go in a slow third quarter, but it's 14-0 Carthage. And Perry looking to throw. Throws it out to the near side, over his head, incomplete. Intended out there for Mills.
Little extra mustard on that throw. Overthrew his receiver. By quite a bit.
So it'll be 4:08 left on the clock after the incompletion. 2nd and 10 from the Carl Junction 49. Perry wants to throw a little cross screen, and it's going to be caught and then pulled down for a loss. Caught by Dalton Mills, but he couldn't do anything with the low throw. He couldn't get back up, and Carthage was there to cover him.
It might have been a good thing just to let that one go incomplete.
Because you lost a yard. So it's 3rd down and 11. Third down and 11. Perry again, deeper drop this time. Chase moved up, wants to throw, and he's going to be dropped at midfield. Micah Lindsay got him around the ankle. So it's going to be a 4th down from the Carthage 49. They need the 41 of Carthage for a first down.
Three minutes to go in the third quarter. We haven't reached that 4-down territory yet, have we, Jim? For Carl Junction, anyway. It looks like they have their,
right now.
Yeah, it looks like they have their punting unit on the field. Trying to get some good field position.
And a high snap. Ball rolls inside the 30, and it's down at the 30 of Carl Junction. Well, there was a high snap, and there was nothing Massey could do except to prevent a touchdown because there was 2 Carthage guys ready to pick it up.
He did a good job at keeping himself in between the ball and the Carthage defenders because that could have turned out a whole lot worse for Carl Junction.
So now Carthage, their best starting point at the Carl Junction 30-yard line, leading 14-0. They've put 2 scores on in this quarter after a scoreless halftime. They fake. Cabance will take it ahead, and he's hit at the line of scrimmage, but he bounces off, and he'll get a yard to the 29.
Looking like a rubber band out there.
Yeah. A little elasticity on that one. 2nd down and 9 coming up. I think that clock is ticking off every 2 seconds instead of 1. It just seems like it's been a long third. 2nd down and 9. Here goes Gull trying to weave his way, and he'll make the 27, maybe the 26. 27, they'll put him down.
Can you imagine if the voice of NFL Films was talking? It was the longest third quarter in the history of high school football.
No, that belongs to Wyandotte and Commerce back in 2001, I believe it was. And you were board hopping that game.
Yes, I was. I remember that game.
And I got in trouble for saying that. But it dragged on and on. So third down, they need the 20 for a first down. 14-0 Carthage, and a whistle from the near sideline. Timeout Carthage. So with 1:17 to go, we'll go for a 30. 14-0 Carthage back here in 30. Tiger football, KDMO.
Carthage, Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, and Ram cheers on our Tigers. They want to recognize the hard work and sacrifices that the parents and coaches and their families make to help our student athletes be their best during and between the games. And don't forget, the next time you're in the market for a new or pre-owned vehicle, keep Carthage, Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, and Ram in mind. Parts, service, sales, and financing, everything in one place and at competitive prices. Save a trip and shop Carthage. Go Tigers!
So a third down. Carthage needs the 20. Well, we have a moment. See if I can bring up that Nixa Joplin game out of curiosity.
Absolutely. We also want to say thank you to the Carthage High School Athletic Booster Club, third quarter video streaming sponsorship. A lot of you watching on the various platforms. We appreciate it.
Oh, Joplin is charged back. It's now fourth quarter, 28-17, Joplin. Here's a fake. Nope, they give it off too. I believe that's a fumble on the play. And Carl's going to get it at the 27-yard line. I got played on the fake by Cabance, thought he was going to get it, and then finally figured out who had the ball, and the ball popped out. So Carl gets the turnover at their own 28-yard line. Unfortunately for Carthage, that's 3 turnovers. So they're back in the minus column. So receivers 3 out to the left, 1 to the right. Down to 1:10 to go in the third. Carthage squandered a bad punt snap, which had them starting at the Carl Junction 30. And a whistle, and too much time. So it'll be 1st and 15.
With all the delays we've had, you wouldn't think we'd have a delay of game as well on the offense.
So that'll take it to the 23-yard line. So 1st and 15, and that's what Carl has been challenged with here tonight. Is they're starting in 1st and 2nd and long situations. Perry, a quick throw, and it's a hook and lateral play, and the Tigers are going to blow it up on the far sideline. Catch went to Bird, and then the lateral went to Merrill, and Carthage was wise to it. It's going to be a loss. Well, actually, it's going to be a few yards, but it's going to be third down. The dial-a-down has second. It should be third down, right? No, that's correct. Second down. Fake the sweep. Perry has it. He escapes to the 30, down to the far sideline, 35, and ridden out of bounds.
Talk about making something out of nothing. He just got close to the first down marker.
Be 2 yards short. Be at the 37. .28 seconds left to go in the third quarter. Handoff, and it's going to be close. Second and third effort is going to get it to him at the 40-yard line. As Binford on the carry. So first down at the 40. They'll stop to set the chain and then restart the clock. So we'll see if Carl wants to put one more play on. Looks like they're going to do it. 3 receivers to the right, 1 to the left. Perry looking to throw. Swings it out, caught over the middle, first down. Carthage territory, 45 and to the 44. Nathan Planchon on the catch. And guess what? We still have 2 seconds to go.
It was the longest third quarter in the
Yes.
history of high school football.
And now they let the clock run after they set the change. So after 3, Carl Junction driving, but Carthage leading 14-0. Back here in 1 minute, this is Tiger football on KDMO.
Colors by Sean Painting is proud of the Carthage Tigers. When you need a professional painter, residential or commercial, look no further than Colors by Sean Painting. Licensed, bonded, and insured. Over 100 years of combined experience. Interior or exterior. Top-of-the-line paints and materials to make sure every paint job turns out beautifully, on time, and on budget. Call 417-529-9141. Google for reviews and examples of their work. 417-529-9141. Let's go Tigers.
Teamwork and good sportsmanship of our young student athletes are the keys to important qualities later in life. Likewise, Joe Ryder, your Carthage area Edward Jones financial advisor, understands the importance of making a plan and sticking with the long term. Joe is proud to be part of our community and is honored to support this broadcast of our Carthage Tigers. Joe Ryder of Edward Jones, 2142 South Garrison in Carthage, 358-9530. Member SIPC says, "Go Tigers, go!"
Chris Jackson, Carl Junction. Don't they need to move the chains the other direction?
That might be a good thing.
Or did they misplace where the ball was supposed to be spotted? Oh, man, I'll tell you what, this is not going to be a good evaluation for this bunch. I hate to be honest. Yeah, we need to get things moving because there are some storms. There's one just north of town here. So 1st and 10 at the 45. They go on an end around and nothing doing. Jordan Woodruff found the whole left side of the Carthage defense surrounding him. So 2nd down and 10.
It was more of the end than it was the around.
Yes.
There.
So 2nd down. Carthage up 14-0. Perry again wants to throw, looks, ball is hit. Is it picked off, or did it just hit the ground? It's incomplete. He was hit as he threw, and the ball almost went into the hands, I believe, De Leon.
A break there for Carl Junction. That could have been an interception. Quarterback hit. I mean, it was.
Yes.
He was hit good too as he was releasing that ball.
3rd down and 10. Still at the 45 of Carthage for Carl Junction. Perry will take the snap. Wants to throw. He's got running room. He goes to the 40, and he's going to be pushed short of the 1st down. Knocked out of bounds on the Carl side. A yard shy of the 1st down. So it's 4th down and a yard to go. So 2 receivers each side. 4th down and a yard. Perry will pitch, and it's going to be close. He's got the 1st down, out of bounds at the 35. That's what he needed.
It was that second effort that got him that 1st down.
So 1st down at the 34-yard line, 11-10 and counting in the game. Carthage got 2 scores within 2 minutes and 20 seconds, and that's all. 14-0. Perry wanting to throw again. He'll fire, incomplete. Intended for Woodruff. So 2nd down. And with Carl throwing on just about every down, we're going to be here a while.
It's very possible. That means the defense is going to be able to kind of tee up the quarterback. Got a good hit on him there on that last throw.
Carl, who squandered most of their timeouts early, first half, I believe they still have all three. Carthage had to call one. Second down from the 34. Perry throws it out, and a catch, and the ball is incomplete. Ball popped out, but they say he didn't have control, so it's third down. Gall has scored twice from 46 and 77, and boy, they came like the lightning in the first half. 3rd and 10, need the 24 for a Carl Junction first down. Perry to throw. It's caught, and inside the 28, they need 4 more yards. There's Planchon on the catch. So Gavion King made the stop. And we have a 4th down. And 5 yards to go. 14-0 Carthage. Ball between the hashes. And Perry gets the snap. Looking right, being chased, and almost tackled. He got away, and then he's sacked after about a 2-yard pickup following the initial contact. It's still going to be well short of the first down, as again the Carthage defense holds. Ball will be down at the 33-yard line.
Got away once, couldn't get away twice.
So Carthage on a stop again. That's the 3rd time on downs Carl Junction has been turned away. Here's Cabance waiting the snap. Man in motion. Fake to one. Give to Gall over right tackle. And he moves to the 35. So it'll be 2nd down and 8. Now comes ball control and kill the clock.
No doubt. And Carthage has been able to put together some pretty long drives here in this game that just haven't really ended in points. Now you'd like to see both, really.
Receiver goes out wide left, wing to the right. Now the man in motion is Patrick. Fake it to him. There goes Gall again. He escapes. 45, 50, far sideline, 40. Down the sideline further and further and further for a touchdown. 65 yards on this one. At 9:22 to go in the game, and now 3 scores. It's looking pretty good.
Short drive, long drive, yeah, it's a touchdown either way for Luke
You really
Gall.
needed, just for comfort's sake, you really needed that 3rd touchdown, and there it was. Because now Carl has 9:22 and needs three big scores. Mahia trying to go 21-0, and it is good. So it's now 21-0. Carthage will take another 30 seconds. This is Tiger Football, KDMO.
Wes and Corinne Probert and the whole gang at Probert Auto Body wants to thank you for supporting our Carthage Tigers. With over 30 years' experience, Probert Auto Body is a full-service shop doing collision repair, paint, auto glass, spray and bed liners, and more. They're happy to help you with any job, big or small. Just call 825-4285 or come by the shop at 2030 Suburban Street, just off Fairview. Probert Auto Body is open 8 to 5 Monday through Friday and Saturdays by appointment. Go Tigers!
And 21-0. Boy, everybody was just nervous and not with excitement going into that 3rd quarter. And then the second play from scrimmage was an interception, and Carl had it in good shape. But again, the defense turned him away as they've done all night long. Combine that and then combine first and second down penalties by Carl Junction's offense. I know they've come across a good Carthage defense that stopped them, but they've also stunted a lot of their drives.
That is very true.
And Mejia will kick, low liner, and don't go out of bounds, and it did. So, Carl will get a decent starting point. If I can go back to my weather here. There was a bit of a storm. Let's see if it'll fire up here on me. We're going to have a water break, or what happened here? We're going to play? Somebody tell me. They should be marking the penalty for the illegal procedure on the kick. There you go. Okay, here we go. We got one. It's going to be here later if we can get this over with. I'd say about 11 o'clock there'll be a decent storm. So, and we may be here still. 21-0 Carthage. Perry to throw. Swings it out. Ball tipped at the line. Knocked out of bounds.
Somebody got a paw on it.
That was Tyler Willis. All of a sudden, that ball just went an extra foot and a half. Usually it gets batted back, but that one kept on going. 2nd down and 10. Perry wants to throw again. He fires. That ball is tipped, but it's incomplete. Intended for Dexter Merrill. So 3rd down and 10.
Yep. Off the hands of the receiver, that could have been bad for Carl Junction. But it fell in the Bermuda Triangle between 3 Carthage defenders.
So 3rd down and 10. Perry fakes, now throws, cross, incomplete behind his receiver. So 4th down again, intended for Merrill. Did my quick addition here. 3 carries for Luke Gall on those touchdowns, 188 yards.
Cool Luke. Cool running Luke.
Yes. That may be maybe that nickname will stick. I don't know. Perry kicks it himself. The ball takes a sideways roll, and Carthage stays away from it, and Carl Junction, they down it at the 36-yard line in Carthage territory. So 21-0. Carthage. It was scoreless at halftime.
I'm trying to remember the John Wayne character. Wasn't there a Luke, a John Wayne character?
Might have been. I watched a lot of these movies, but to be honest, I didn't. Just a few of them you remember the name. For me, anyway.
Right. Either way, Luke Gall has been cool under pressure.
A little bit of a high snap. Cabance will keep it, hit hard, and he may have made the line of scrimmage, and now we have a rugby scrum. And a yard pickup to the 38. Clock under 9 minutes remaining. Luke Gall mentioned has scored 3 times tonight, all in this half. Here is the snap, the give. Turning down to the right corner, and here we go again. Luke Gall to the 50 and to the 49, more than enough for a first down. I mentioned to Chris during the break, These next 2 years, I'm going to have to be a little more creative with these touchdown runs if he keeps this up.
That's what, isn't that 5 touchdowns on the season now?
Yep.
For Luke Gall in basically a game and a half.
So the ball to the 49-yard line.
And he's a junior, right?
Yes.
That's good news.
So 1st and 10. Here's a handoff straight ahead. That's going to go to the 45. Nice pickup of 4. Again, Gall. Wakefield and Phipps on the stop. Mike Phipps going through his second childhood. He used to quarterback the Cleveland Browns back in the 70s. So I always like to see names years apart there, and guys that actually played college or pro football to me have familiar names. Of course, you got to be as old as I am too, but you were going to say that.
I was not even thinking that.
2nd down and 6 from the 45. Rolling out is Cabance. He's going to throw it down the middle of the field. Got a man wide open, 15. And it's down to the 10 and maybe inside there. Braxton Tate on the catch. That's actually Willis at the 8-yard line.
The running and the running and the running of Luke Gall opened up that play. Finally got the deep pass play they've been wanting all game.
So 1st and goal at the 8. And Gall will keep it. He'll weave to the 5 and maybe the 4. So 2nd down from there. Under 7 minutes to go. And now that the game looks pretty well decided, we don't need another lightning delay.
No, we don't.
Because if I've got the rest of the night off, I'd like to use as much time for enjoyment.
Absolutely.
2nd and goal. 21-0, trying to add to the lead for Carthage. Man in motion. Give it off to Gall. He's got a hole. He moves inside to the 1. Makes it for the 4th time tonight. Ho-hum, only 5 yards on this one. So that goes to 193 yards on 4 touchdowns.
That ought to work.
So Mejia trying to make it 28-0. It's on the way, low, but good. Another break, but positive news. 28-0. Carthage, 6:18 to go in the game. Back here in 30. Tiger football, KDMO.
Carthage area residents, did you know you can have internet connections without phone or cable lines? It's easy to go wireless with eCarthage.com. Get high-speed wireless internet for your home starting at $50 per month. Do you need a super fast connection for your business? Ask about the eCarthage fiber optic internet service. Do business at the speed of light with eCarthage.com. Their local support technicians are ready to help. So call today, 237-7300, and get connected with eCarthage.com.
Cards on 6 plays, and is now 28-0 in favor of the Tigers.
Let's say one thing about the Carthage Tigers. It looks like they really didn't panic at any point in this game. They just kept doing what they do through the lightning delay, through a halftime break. And
they had two long breaks to get things, as you said, adjusted. So
and they did. And that's a key reason why Carthage has that 28-0 lead. 6:18 to go in the game. Having a guy like Luke Gall on their team doesn't hurt either.
Yes. So Mejia gets ready to kick. And there it goes. Strong kick. They're going to let it bounce into the end zone. So Carl Junction, who has had the ball 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. This is their 11th possession. So you'd probably take that. That'd be like 3 possessions a quarter, but they've not been productive as the Carthage defense has been part of the star tonight. And then the offensive scoring tonight, and star obviously Luke Gall. Combined 193 yards on 4 touchdowns.
Hey, Bill, did you get the right ball this time? They did.
That's about the 4th time that's happened tonight. So Carl back in business, but they're trailing now 28-0. Here's Perry. He's hung out to dry, and he'll lose a yard back to the 19. Zach Lansford initially hit him, and then he lunged for what he could, but he still lost yardage. And a couple other Carthage defenders came in there and got him. Second down and 11. Perry looking, being chased, still being chased, now rolls to his right, tries to turn it upfield. He'll be dropped back at the 17. A deep drop, and then when he finally found an escape route, it was closed up rather quickly by 3 Carthage defenders on the right side.
You hate to say it, he really has just been running for his life back there pretty much the whole game.
Third down and 12. And now Carl is headed to the bench, so somebody must have called time. Oh, brother. We're going to have another lightning delay.
Wow. With 5 minutes, 19 seconds to go in the game, Carthage with a 28-0 lead. Here we go with a lightning delay, about another 30-minute lightning delay. Let's see what we can do to see where this weather is located so we can pass that along to you here. But once again, a lightning delay.
So at least I have something to talk about in terms of the scoring. I'll let you do that. 6:56 in the third quarter. First touchdown of the game, a 46-yard run by Gall. 67 yards, 6 plays, made it 7-0. And then after a 3-and-out, Carthage got the ball back, and on the second play from the 20-yard line, 77 yards this time by Gall, 14-0. So 2 touchdowns in 2 minutes and 20 seconds after no scoring until the 6:56 mark. And then Gall again in the fourth quarter at 9:22 escaped for a 65-yard run, 3 plays, 67 yards. Then he finished off a 6-play drive on 61 yards total, and he barely broke a sweat there, 5 yards on that touchdown, and we're at 28-0. And then we will have another 30-minute break here.
And of course, we've been dealing with weather to the northern part of the KDMO listening area pretty much all evening. I know you have coworkers and said they were having to deal with lightning pretty much around the Jasper area and places like that earlier. As it stands right now, though, I'm trying to bring up our radar so we can see what's going on. And
they just called the game.
They just called the game. Okay. So
the game has ended here at 28-0.
And it looks kind of like that might be a pretty good decision because there is some thunderstorms, so lightning activity to our west over in southeast Kansas. So probably, well, no probably about it. A smart call made to go ahead and call this game at the 5:19 mark in the fourth quarter. Carthage comes away with a 28-0 victory over the Carl Junction Bulldogs.
So we'll take how many we need. We'll let you throw it.
Let's go ahead and let's take 3 minutes. Why don't we? Let's go ahead and take 3 minutes, and we'll be back with post-game coverage brought to you by eCarthage.com. Back in 3 minutes. Carthage wins 28-0 over Carl Junction. This is Carthage Tiger football on KDMO.
American Family Insurance.
As your American Family Insurance agent in Carthage, I'm looking out for what matters to you, even when nothing's wrong. This is Bob Brown from the Bob Brown Agency. Call me at 358-9715 and let's talk about your insurance needs today.
American Family Insurance.
For details, contact Robert Brown, agent at Bob Brown Agency, 417-358-9715, or stop by 1921 South Garrison Avenue in Carthage today.
The telling someone you love them with McDonald's deal is as rare as it is special, since it's best shown by giving up the last bite. Because a gesture like that is a true act of selflessness.
The hot and spicy McChicken sandwich is back. And when you buy one, you can mix and match another, a cheeseburger or a regular McChicken for just $1 on McDonald's D123 menu. Limited time offer. Price and participation may vary. Cannot combine with any other offer or combo meal.
Your Carthage McDonald's, locally owned and operated by Shane and Kara Campbell. Go Big Blue.
During this Carthage Tiger broadcast, Freeman Health System congratulates all Carthage students, both athletes and those cheering on the Tigers. Teamwork, honesty, and integrity are qualities that will help make those young students the community leaders of tomorrow. Locally owned, not-for-profit, and nationally recognized, and with over 80 specialties across more than 30 locations in the four-state area, Freeman Health System provides a wide array of medical and behavioral health services. Freeman Health System. Care matters here.
Beimdick Insurance is a proud supporter of the Carthage Tigers. Successful teams select great members, develop a solid game plan, and purchase the best equipment for the game. Beimdick Insurance applies this same philosophy when developing an insurance program to insure your Carthage Tiger family or business. When looking for insurance, the right agent for your team is Beimdick Insurance. Give Beimdick a call at 417-358-4007. Go Big Blue!
D&D Sexton Incorporated, Highway 571 north of Carthage, is a proud supporter of the Carthage Tiger athletic teams. D&D Sexton Incorporated has refrigerated carriers for all your refrigerated cargo needs. At D&D Sexton Incorporated, safety is always their #1 priority. D&D Sexton Incorporated, Highway 571 north of Carthage, wishes the best of luck all year long to the Carthage Tigers athletic teams.
Tom Garrison Construction knows what it takes to build a winning team. Hard work, commitment, knowledge, and accountability. Garrison Construction is a proud sponsor of Carthage Tiger Sports and congratulates all of the student athletes on their hard work and dedication. Garrison Construction excels at remodels, metal buildings, roofing, and custom homes. Garrison Construction, serving Carthage and the surrounding area since 2006. Garrison Construction says, go Tigers.
Our Carthage pulls away to a 28-0 victory over the Carl Junction Bulldogs. The game actually called with 5 minutes and 19 seconds to go because there was going to be another lightning delay. Weather moving into the southwest Missouri area, and so officials went ahead and called the game with 5:19 to go. Carl Junction loses to Carthage 28-0, and really, Jim, it became the Luke Gall show in the second half offensive-wise for Carthage.
And he was a smash. 4 touchdowns in that second half, 2 in each quarter.
2 in each quarter, and it was, 193 total yards on those 4 touchdowns.
That's right. So 46, 77, 65, and 5.
5.
Somebody told Luke, hey, give me 5. That's what he did.
Exactly. Yeah, put that on a watch for him.
So Carthage wins 28-0, and we'll hear from eCarthage and come back.
Yeah, let's do that. This is, of course, is the eCarthage.com postgame show. Let's hear from them. Be back in 30 seconds. Carthage wins 28-0. Back in 30 seconds. This is Carthage Tiger football on KDMO.
Carthage area residents, did you know you can have internet connections without phone or cable lines? It's easy to go wireless with eCarthage.com. Get high-speed wireless internet for your home starting at $50 per month. Do you need a super fast connection for your business? Ask about the eCarthage fiber optic internet service. Do business at the speed of light with eCarthage.com. Their local support technicians are ready to help. So call today, 237-7300, and get connected with eCarthage.com.
And back here, we have a 28-0 Carthage win. 6:56, Luke Gall, a 46-yard run. That's in the third quarter, 67 yards, 6 plays. Made it 7-0. Then Carthage defense got the ball back at the 20-yard line. 3-yard run by Cabance, made a 2nd and 7, turned into 77 at 4:36. 14-0, Luke Gall on a 77-yard run. Fourth quarter at 9:22, right after the Carthage defense again stopped Carl Junction after it looked like Carl was potentially going to go in for a score. Then it was a 65-yard run there on the third play of a 67-yard drive. And then Gall, a 5-yard run at 6:18 to seal it, 64 yards and 6 plays, and 28-0 your final.
I know we said it was the Luke Gall show, Jim, but really the Carthage defense stepped up all 4 quarters and caused turnovers on downs, caused disruption to the quarterback, just getting in his face all night, causing him to have to run around and improvise. And the Carthage defense just stepped up and played a very good game tonight.
We'll get to that here in a moment, but my play of the game happens to be on defense. That's my vote anyway. So
that sounds good. Of course, the play of the game brought to you, of course, by, let's see, Wilkinson Pharmacy. We'll get to them in a little bit. We still have a little bit to get to in the eCarthage.com.
We'll hear from Jeff.
Postgame show. We got to hear Jeff Hodkin inside the numbers with the Jeff Hodkin American Family Insurance as well. We'll do that in a little bit. Right now, though, let's take another 3 minutes and continue on with eCarthage.com postgame show. Back in 3 minutes. This is Carthage Tiger football on KDMO.
If your lawn is completely wild, it's time to bring in Turf Tamers and create a green turf that's calm and lovely. Turf Tamers will rid your lawn of the unwanted weeds and unsightly, funky grasses that have made your lawn the wild kingdom. Give them a call at 417-434-0810. When they arrive, you just leave it to them to tame that turf and have your neighbors admiring it. Turf Tamers, the name says it all. Turf Tamers, 417-434-0810.
A lot of factory work, people are standing on their feet, but they're also using their hands in a repetitive motion, lifting things heavy repetitively. So we see a lot of repetitive type injuries to those body parts too, but just the wear and tear that the body takes when you are doing, a labor type job.
Let Morrison, Webster, and Carlton advocate for your recovery. Call 781-5690. The choice of an attorney is an important decision and should not be based solely on advertisements.
American Family Insurance.
As your American Family Insurance agent in Carthage, I'm looking out for what matters to you, even when nothing's wrong. This is Bob Brown from the Bob Brown Agency. Call me at 358-9715 and let's talk about your insurance needs today.
American Family Insurance.
For details, contact Robert Brown, agent at Bob Brown Agency, 417-358-9715, or stop by 1921 South Garrison Avenue in Carthage today.
The love of a family is a very special thing. From the time we are children, it's our family that teaches us how to walk and how to talk, that gives us a sense of belonging. The wisdom of our grandparents is passed down through our parents and then on to future generations through our children. The love of a family never grows old. It just grows. A love that lasts forever. The Nell Mortuary in Carthage, locally owned since 1882.
Is your office ready to be a workplace of the future? Does that mean whizzing around on hoverboards and robots answering phones? Maybe, but we'd suggest trying more useful technology first. Pierce & Kelly can set you up with tech that lets your whole team work from anywhere, collaborate on devices, and always have the information they need to do their job. Keeping up with technology can be stressful. We're here to simplify it for you. Whether your office has an internal IT team or not, we have options to fit your needs. Find us at pearsonkelly.com and let us make technology simple for you.
Let Community National Bank and Trust be the co-captain of your team at home. As a proud sponsor of the Carthage Tiger broadcasts and a solid member of our community, Community National Bank and Trust can be counted on to provide you top-notch service. As a conservative and solid bank, they offer competitive loan rates and checking and saving accounts geared to reward you. Community National Bank and Trust is there to be a reliable teammate for you and your family. The local bank that's small enough to know you, yet big enough to serve you. Community National Bank and Trust. Member FDIC.
28-0 your final at the Carthage.com postgame show. And Carthage goes to 2-0 and head off to Neosho next week.
It'll be neat. I know they've got the turf there now. They're working on the new field house. As an Neosho alum, it'll be neat to go back and to see how this school has changed so much in 200 years since I left.
Well, they've been posting on Facebook some nostalgic Neosho pictures of the square back in the Model T days and the Model A days. And it's kind of fun to watch that because I kind of consider, as my boyhood growing up, Neosho was kind of a second town for me, hometown.
Absolutely, yep.
And to see those stores and know that they were there before I was, but most of them are gone now. So it's always a fun trip to go back to Neosho anytime for me. So
it is, and of course, a class of '96 graduate. Things have changed a little bit since I was at the football field last. So it'll be neat to go back and I'll say it, root for the Carthage Tigers as they take on the Neosho Wildcats. Yes, I may have graduated from there, but Carthage Tigers is where we stand now.
And we'll go over the scoring once again. At 6:56, Gall, a 46-yard run in the third quarter, made it 7-0. 4:36, a 77-yard run, 14-0. All these by Luke Gall. At 9:22, the fourth, 21-0 on a 65-yard run. And then the 5-yard run at 6:18 to go, and then about 59 seconds later, they called the game at 5:19 because of storm headed this way, I guess.
Absolutely, and a good call nonetheless made by whoever had to make the decision. I'm sure it was a good call and a call that was well thought out, just to make sure everybody is safe. And Carthage comes away with a 28-0 victory.
And a little more inside the numbers here. Won't go through every possession, but Carl actually had better starting field position the entire night long. So Carthage only started on the positive side after a bad snap on the punt, and 2 plays later they fumbled it. So they earned the 4 scores they got.
That is for sure. So, of course, we're getting inside the numbers with Jeff Hodkin, American Family Insurance. Let's go ahead and let's take a 90-second timeout.
Okay.
And, of course, that means that we'll hear from Jeff Hodkin from American Family Insurance. We'll be back in 90 seconds with Inside the Numbers. This is Carthage Tiger Football on KDMO.
In athletics, keeping score is required to separate winning from losing. In business, accounting is the art of keeping score of financial matters. The team at the certified public accounting firm of Schmidt Associates wants to be your financial score-keeping specialist. If your current method of keeping score doesn't measure up, call Schmidt Associates at 358-6090 to determine if professional accounting will benefit your business. Properly designed accounting and payroll services are an investment that will keep your business in the winner's circle. Schmidt Associates, more than checks and balances.
Tony Williams State Farm Insurance is a proud supporter of Carthage Tiger Athletics. If you've had life call an audible on you or just need better coverage, Tony Williams and his experienced team can help you get to the end zone with the best coverage for your specific needs. Auto, home, life, business, and more. In the office, over the phone, or online. There's several ways to get a free quote today. Tony Williams State Farm Insurance, located at 2232 Grand Avenue. Tony Williams says, go Tigers!
Hey Tiger fans, this is Jeff Hodkin at American Family Insurance, 800 South Garrison Avenue here in Carthage. Stop by my office or call 359-3399 to see how we can help you with your insurance needs. Wishing all students and faculty a safe and healthy year. Go Tigers!
And quick reminder here in case we forget, we'll be in Carl Junction Tuesday for the girls softball game at around 4:30.
Absolutely. Looking forward to bringing you high school softball action on KDMO and the Carthage Tigers Sports Network. Now let's go over how many touchdowns and the yardage for Luke Gall. That's basically what it is, isn't it, inside the numbers?
46, 77, 65, and 5, a combined 193 yards on 4 touchdowns.
That's an amazing night. And really, that would be an amazing night. Really, that was just a quarter and a half.
You look at especially how he struggled in that first half because Carl Junction was winning that line of scrimmage. So we always talk about halftime adjustments. Boy, that offensive line adjusted.
They sure did. Lightning delay adjustment, halftime adjustment. They got it right, and that turned into 4 Luke Gall and Carthage Tiger touchdowns.
So we have to come back with our Wilkinson play the game and wrap it up. 28-0 Carthage wins it. Back here after Wilkinson's in 30. This is Tiger Football, KDMO.
Wilkinson Pharmacy is a proud supporter of the Carthage Tigers and tonight's play of the game. It takes hard work, good practice habits, and dedication to succeed in sports and in life. And everyone at Wilkinson Pharmacy is proud of our Carthage Tigers for all their efforts on and off the field. Wilkinson Pharmacy and their knowledgeable staff work hard to bring you the best possible products and services every day. So go see them for all your pharmacy needs. Located at 2017 South Garrison, or give them a call at 358-4840. Wilkinson Pharmacy says, go Big Blue.
I'll let you go first. Maybe see if we jibe here.
I am trying to think here, and you might have to help me.
Mine was a little more obscure, but I thought it was a key play of the game.
Go ahead and go with yours.
It was in the second half after Gall scored. Carl Junction had the ball on a 3rd down, and Perry tried to scramble, and Micah Lindsay just got an ankle and forced a 4th and long. And Carthage got the ball back, scored again. So it was right there you figured if Carl was going to come back and make an answer, it would have been then. But Micah Lindsay's arm and hand tripped up Perry, and Carl had to punt. So I think was a key play right there.
That is definitely a key play for me, and you'll have to help me on the time. It was Luke Gall's first touchdown.
That was at 6:56.
6:56 to go in the third quarter. Luke Gall scores the touchdown, and to me, you could just feel the atmosphere change in the stadium.
Yep.
You could kind of feel it change on the sideline as well. You could almost breathe a sigh of relief, or actually just breathe.
The old skip in the step, I think, belonged to people wearing blue after that one.
So to me, that was the play of the game, just because it kind of allowed not only the defense to have a lead to work with, it kind of allowed the offense to take a breather. Hey, we got our touchdown. It kind of allowed the crowd to breathe. It was just a turning point of the game, was that first touchdown with 6:56 to go in the third quarter by Luke Gall.
Well, that'll wrap it up. Again, softball will be in Carl 4:30 Tuesday, and then we'll be in Neosho for about a 6:45 pregame, taking on the Wildcats, who lost to Webb City earlier. Let's see if I can just give you the conference scores, if it'll come up. It probably won't, but here they are. We have Republic 45-21 against Willard. Joplin hung on to beat Nixa 28-25. Branson had a big lead, but they only won by 2, 23-20. 49-20 was the final. Webb City over the Wildcats. And here tonight, 28-0. Carthage over Carl Junction. Thanks to Chasten at the board. We'll talk to you on softball Tuesday from Carl Junction. And good night here.
This has been Carthage Tiger Football on KDMO and the Carthage Tiger Sports Network. Carthage Tiger Football, brought to you by Colors by Sean, Mother Road Coffee, Wilkinson Pharmacy, Jeff Hodkin American Family Insurance, the Bob Brown Agency, Tom Garrison Construction, Grace Lanes, Probert Auto Body, eatcarthage.com, Jerry Poston State Farm Agent, McDonald's of Carthage, Schmidt Associates, Farm Bureaus, Lauren DeBeauty and Adam Bridges, Nell Mortuary, Joe Ryder of Edward Jones, D&D Sexton Incorporated, Community National Bank and Trust, Sirloin Stockade, Beimdick Insurance, Carthage Ford, Carthage Chrysler, Fair Acres YMCA, Pearson Kelly Alpis Products, Morrison, Webster and Carlton, Reeves Tire and Auto, Drew Evans Investment, Tony Williams State Farm, Peachtree Dental, Boomer's Barbecue, Freeman Health System, Clothesline Cleaner and Car Center of Carthage, Kelly Out Farmers Insurance, Zyder Tech Services, Ott Food Products, Seatown Hounds, Turf Tamers Lawn and Landscaping, 24 Fitness, Ross Kennard Wealth Management Group of Wells Fargo Advisors, and Levi Utter with eXp Realty. Your home for Carthage Tiger Athletics, 93.5 and 1490 KDMO, and the Carthage Tiger Sports Network.